Hi everybody, how you doing? It's your buddy here. It's Uncle Bruce with Stock Markets with Bruce. Welcome to the show. It's Friday, December the 17th. It's Friday, finally. Um, should we be happy? I don't know. We're going to see how this market works itself out today. Crazy week and a rotation week has been happening here. See how this market. Let me mute that. Yeah, we've had a lot of changes in the last couple of days. Not just since the taper announcement was made on Wednesday, but through the week, we've had a lot of money come out of certain stocks, go into others, and the areas that are being hit the most, basically the high tech sector, the high growth sector stocks. And I personally believe I think that's a mistake long term. I can see the short term. Hey, you got to do the move you got to make. I also understand. I think today's triple witching hour, so we have options expiring today. We've got futures expiring and something else expiring, but we've had a lot of adjustments. It might be in the last hour or two. We had a lot of volatility in the market. Watch for that, especially the last half hour. We'll watch to see how that all works out. But we've had rotation going on, and the bank stocks and are being given positive vibes by analysts and investors, and they're stabilizing. Some going up, not all. SoFi not going up, which just blows my mind. Just blows my mind. But that's another matter. Um, yeah, lots of things going on here. I just reading a few minutes ago talking about AMC. AMC Theaters announces that the latest Spider-Man movie has been the best franchise movie or the best performer in their chain's history. Spider-Man: No Way Home had biggest opening for a December release at its U.S. cinemas. So I heard something like I read something like I think it's 1.1 million people went into the theater to watch the first however many days of this movie. I guess the key will be the second week, third week. Will it sustain historical numbers? Usually, a blockbuster or a new movie comes out on a Thursday, Friday, and the second week you're lucky to do a third of the business, 40% of the business, and then after that you kind of slowly dribble down for 5 6 weeks and then it's over. Unless you are, you've got something really special that just lasts a long, long time. Don't know if we're going to have that. I don't know if that's going to go on. As long as AMC doesn't run into what they ran into last year, they're going to be, I don't say all right, but they're going to bring in more cash than they would normally have brought in. And what I mean by this is last year, certain states, definitely a number of counties and cities last year in the US, shut down theaters completely, forbid theaters to open up. Other cities made it mandatory that maybe 50% capacity, sporting event capacities, for example. We saw a lot of that. Obviously, last year's National Hockey League season, no fans. Baseball for most of the year last year, no fans. All that stuff. If we revert to anything like that, that will upset the apple cart at AMC dramatically because AMC is so heavily levered with bank financing. They need every dollar they can get to just pass it on to the movie companies for their rights to show the movie, and then pay their bills, and whatever's left over, it all goes to the banker to satisfy, I think, 5 billion in debt that they're carrying. And with higher rates coming, it's not going to get cheaper for AMC to be in business next year. It's going to get more expensive for AMC to be in business next year. Plus all the inflation crap and all the labor costs going up. They're getting squeezed from all angles, and so it comes down to you, the movie goer. How much are you prepared to pay for a movie ticket? How much are you prepared to pay for that soda, popcorn, chocolate bar, whatever you're eating at this food, the snack bar? Um, it's getting to the point now where you got to start thinking that, geez, the way this is going, you might be paying 25 to $40 a person to see a movie. That's scary. And if, of course, you're a mom and dad with three kids and you want to see a new release with them, oh, you're talking serious money all of a sudden. Anyway, these are challenges, and I don't want to berate on it. I don't want to stay on the AMC story too long, but yeah, I noticed that headline. I noticed the headline. I was happy to see the headline. Happy to see AMC announcing record number of people coming in. They sure need it, and they need more of these kinds of movies to, keep it going. Will it happen? I don't know. Um, what else is going on? The talk about interest rates continues. We're noticing this morning that the U.S. 10-year Treasury note, it was down first thing this morning. I noticed it at something, where is it right now? Yeah, under 1.4 now for the US 10-year. It's 1.39, having dropped from 1.425. This doesn't sound like a lot. You folks out there are going, why does he talk about this? I'm so bored with this guy. First he has a face for radio, and then second he talks about these interest rates in hundreds of a percentage point like it's a big deal. Why does he keep doing it? I'll tell you why. The perception in the outside world is that the world is headed for a tough economic time ahead because of the inflation problem and supply chain problems and that virus. And where do you put your money then to be on the safe side of things? And you put it into U.S. currency. And one way to do it, you buy bonds and treasury notes denominated in US dollars. So you take your foreign currency from, say, bonds that are issued in India or Australia or Japan or China or name any country you want, 150 of them, 160 of them. And these bankers, all the banks inside these countries, the national banks of all these countries, there are 160 national banks, they all divert capital from time to time into US denominated securities, all electronically through the bond market, the treasury market, and they pick up US denominated currency. And by doing this, by buying the 10-year note, the more that note rises in value, the lower the yield is. And so right now, 1.39%. I am still amazed. I've been saying this all year. I've been saying this for years and years and years before I did this on YouTube. I can't understand why U.S. rates are higher than anybody else's. It's the de facto safety currency of the planet. It's where everybody goes when one wants to protect one's capital. You buy U.S. dollar denominated assets. Something that's easily convertible into American dollars. Treasuries are the way to go. And I don't understand why the U.S. Treasury for 10 years are paying 1.39%. The Germans are paying negative 0.38%. So the difference here is, what is that, 1.78% difference between a German bond and an American bond. Nothing against Germany, but I'm going, really, that far? Is America that risky? Italy is 0.92. It's cheaper. You get less money from the government of Italy than you do from the American government. I don't understand how Italy is a safer bet than the United States. I have no idea how that works. Spain, 0.34%, 1/3 of a percentage point. That's all Spain has to pay for money. And the United Kingdom, 0.755. Japan, 0.05. 5/100ths of an inch of a percentage point is all you're getting out of the Bank of Japan right now. Japan, they're next door to China. Hello, they import all their fuel. Hello, they've got high labor costs. They've been in a recession for years. Why is America more expensive than Japan? Anyway, there you go. There's a lot of factors as to why. But in Europe, the answer is simple. The central bank of the ECB, the European Central Bank, has adopted a very low interest rate policy and are not interested in raising rates like the Americans are. Because Europe is in a recession and has been for 6 months. America is not in a recession. The United States economy is growing at 6%, catching up to what it lost a year ago, but it's not booming, but it is very aggressive. It's very strong. It's in a recovery mode, and they're even talking next year 4% will still be the growth, which is higher than traditional GDP numbers, which have been around 2.5-3% for the last decade or so. Anyway, Americans pay more to borrow money, or American taxpayers pay more money to borrow money than most of these other countries. And yet all these countries and all the third world and everyone else flees to the United States to buy US currency. Now, I've talked about this one. How about our friends in Turkey? Our buddy, Mr. Erdogan, that dictator over there in Turkey, the self-anointed ruler of all people. That moron has fired 3 bank chiefs in the last 2 years, and has insisted that Turkey have lower interest rates than anyone else. He wants Turks to be able to borrow money super, super cheap. The problem is that the outside world is looking at the Turkish economy, and going, this is a basket case. And Erdogan has got his fingers everywhere in this entire thing. Doesn't know what he's doing. He's not an economist. And despite all of his 3 previous banking heads, they've all told him, we can't do this. Our Turkish lira will get annihilated on the open market. But nonetheless, oh, no, that's not going to happen. I'm the God of all men. I'm the dictator's dictator. They would never do that to me. And from 3 to 1, used to be 33 cents to the US dollar, the lira. Now, this morning, it's now 17 to 1. Yesterday, it was 15 to 1. Today, it's 17 to 1. So now you need 17 lira to buy an American dollar. If you own... you get paid in Turkish lira. Excuse me. You get paid in Turkish lira. You just took a 15% pay cut today from yesterday in real terms, because what does oil cost? Oil is US dollar based. What other commodities? How are they priced? US dollars. Euros and American dollars are, they bounce off each other. If you want to buy a euro, it's $1.13 American. So you're in Turkey and you want to buy a euro, it went up 15% against you, as it did the US dollar, as it did against the Japanese yen, against the Canadian dollar, against everybody. The Turkish lira is plummeting in value, completely collapsing. And there are people in Turkey who are looking at the price of a liter of gas or a gallon of gas, and they used to pay $6, $7, $8 a gallon. I bet you they're paying $20 a gallon now for a gallon of gas, equivalent to what they used to be getting paid. So you try and keep a job going in Turkey, and try to keep your expenses in check. No matter what Erdogan does, you're done for. And the bottom line is, your bank in Turkey, you go to your local banker in Turkey for a loan, they're going to probably issue a loan in US dollars. They're not going to issue a loan in lira. Even their own banks. Now, under law, they can't. They have to do it in lira. But they'll issue a loan in lira, but it'll be at unofficial 500% interest rates. It won't be at the national bank rate, because there's no one is going to issue a loan in that kind of term. No way. So that country, and that economy there is imploding and will not stop. Even if Erdogan overnight were to raise rates, to world levels or beyond world level, that won't stop it. The confidence is gone. There is zero confidence in the Turkish lira, the Turkish economy, and the Turkish government. And of course, the dictator isn't going to resign. The dictator isn't going to be voted out, because the rules have been changed that you can't vote out the dictator, because you need like 20 votes to 1 to get rid of this guy. Not going to happen. So the only way this happens is a civil war or a coup. And the military, and that's where it's going to come from, the military will be the one to take Erdogan out. Of course, then the problem is you've got a European country being dominated by its military. That's not a good thing for democracy, and that's not a good thing for free trade, and that's not a good thing for the rest of Europe, because the rest of Europe gets twitchy when one of their own, a NATO member, becomes dominated by a military ruler. That's not what you want. But how do you get rid of a dictator? The options are limited. How to do this? If the votes don't count, or if voting doesn't take place, or voting does take place but it's all rigged, 90% of the people want the guy, get rid of the guy, and the voting result says 90% voted for him. Yay! Good luck fixing that one. Look at Belarus. There's another mess right there. A moron dictator over there who's just screwing up every move this guy makes. Putting people who run for president, if you run for president against him, you are a traitor to the country. And the last guy who dared to do that just got sentenced to 18 years of prison. How dare you run against me and lose? You're going to jail. Reality is that he had more votes than the president. He should be the president of the country, but he's in jail right now for 18 years. Something tells me the medical treatment that's available in the jails is somewhat substandard to the medical treatment available to anyone else on the outside. Belarus is an absolute basket case of a mess, and it's bad news. And of course, in Europe, the other little headline that's dominating the press: 175,000 Russian troops at the Ukraine border, just kind of camping out. Just kind of, we're just camping out. Got all their tanks and anti-personnel carriers and all their missiles and bullets. Just hanging out. 175,000 Russian troops hanging out at the Ukraine border. Just hanging out, away from their families at Christmas time. Odd. It's a funny time to be on a place like that. The Russians are sort of flexing their muscles and saying, "Hey, you can talk all you want about this, that, and the other thing, but don't forget we're here too, and we have interests, and we want our interests observed." One of our interests actually is this guy in Belarus. We like this guy. We like the guy. We like how he does business. We like how he takes care of his internal affairs by jailing anyone that dare speak up about what's going on. We like that kind of stuff. We don't like the style of Ukraine's politics, though. It's too, what's the word we're looking for? Too free. Too many people have the ability to make opinions. Like these university kids can make signs and run up and down the street. That's not good. That's not good for for us, because these kids, they don't generally speak highly of communism and dictatorships, and we don't like that. We might have to get 175,000 troops on the Ukraine border to kind of hang out for a while and send a message that maybe we don't approve of this kind of behavior in this country, because that country is viewed as a satellite country of the Russians, and they don't consider it a free country to go about its own business, especially to become part of NATO. They're not interested in that at all. So, we'll put some troops here and we'll chat with the President of the United States on a conference call, and then we'll have our diplomats talk to the European diplomats and the American, quietly American diplomats, and we'll just do that, out of camera range and microphone range, and we'll see if we can come up with an arrangement. And the Ukrainians, in the meantime, are going, "What's happening to us? We're like pawns in the middle of a negotiation here. What's going on?" Yeah, it's the world in which some folks live in. Thankfully, be glad it's not you. Anyway, there you have it. We're watching all of that. Again, you're asking yourself, why is this guy who has a face for radio talking about the crisis in Europe? What does it have to do with SoFi or Rocket Lab or the stocks we follow? Why should we give a crap about this stuff? Well, you better give a crap. You better pay attention to this, because these kinds of developments in Turkey, the Ukraine, and other areas can upset the old apple cart called stability, the stability apple cart. And foreign markets, currency markets, bond markets, and stock markets are very sensitive to instability. They don't like instability. They like certainty. They like a fair playing field. They don't like it when a dictator comes in and says, we're just going to pay our bondholders what we owe them that are based in our country. Any bondholders that are foreigners, they're in second place. They have like Class B bonds. Yeah, that's the ticket. You've got a Class B bond. And if you're a national, you're a Class A bond holder because the domestic bond holders happen to be the government pension fund of that said country that's being run by a dictatorship like China. The all the private pension funds inside China, for example, they're all holding bonds in these real estate companies that we've been talking about again and again and again. They get paid first. They're number one. They're top class number one. What we don't need in China is 1.3 billion people to not like the fact enough, not like it enough that they're being run by a bunch of goons in Beijing who've settled in 70 years ago, 80 years ago, and who dominate every aspect of Chinese life and media and everything else. And these folks begin to get upset by how those boys are running things. All of a sudden, it becomes much more difficult for Chinese authorities to be authoritative figures. People start to defy authority. You can't defy authority. Now, you can defy authority in the movies. In the movies, there are basically, I think there's three things that make a movie great. Number one, you defy authority. Number two, you have lots of violence. And number three, you have girls take the clothes off. Those are your three secrets to every hit in Hollywood. If you've ever seen the movie Sweet Liberty with Alan Alda from the early 1980s, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Three things make a movie very successful. Defy authority is number one. So the Chinese don't want to go into this. They don't want their country to turn to a movie. They want to continue to run a dictatorship like a good old dictatorship should be run. No dissent, no opposing opinions, and we run the roost. Like, for example, in Hong Kong right now, they're getting ready for elections. They're getting ready for elections, except for one little thing that's different than the last time they had elections, which, by the way, were supposed to be held over a year ago. They were postponed because of COVID. For people's safety, we postponed the elections for a year. This year, we're going to hold the elections. You get to vote for this communist, this communist, this communist, or this communist. There you go. Which communist would you like to represent you? Wait a minute. What happened to those independent democracy people that we used to vote in? Oh, it's illegal for them to run. They've all been jailed. They're all in jail now. We've passed new security laws. We have to protect our country against outside interference. And so these rabble-rousers and these disruptors, they've been eliminated. And they're no longer eligible to run in the House. As a matter of fact, there's a whole bunch of them still in the parliament, but their term will run out in the next few weeks, months, and they're not eligible to run for the next election. There's new laws. I'm sorry, we're a country of laws, and the new law says you can't run as an opposition member and as a democracy fighter. You're not. That's illegal. You're a traitor to our country. You can't. No. No, we follow the law here. So come on, voters, into the polling booth here, and you got lots of choices. Vote on thousands of candidates who want to be your representative in the House for you. They're all communists, and they've all pledged allegiance to Beijing, and whatever Beijing wants is what they're going to do. And in effect, vote for your local puppet. And there you go. Congratulations. And if you're a strident, hardcore member of the Communist Party, you probably will find it easier to get yourself and your children a good university education and a good job when you graduate from school because you're loyal to the country. If you're more one of those democracy people, well, obviously you're just a troublemaker. And really, there are some really good, high quality janitorial positions available at the airport and at the train station, at the bus station. And I'm sure we can find some wonderful employment opportunities for you to keep the streets clean of this country. But, our high-end scientists and our top policy people and our, best of the, well, they're loyal to the government because, after all, loyalty has its privileges, and there you go. That's where the world is. And we have to keep an eye on this kind of stuff as it keeps evolving. I read this morning something about SPACs might be offered out of China. There might be SPACs listed on the Hong Kong or Shanghai exchange for companies who want to go public and acquire a publicly traded company, do all that. Chinese SPACs, and I'm kind of thinking to myself, yeah, that's going to be interesting. Who's going to issue the SPACs? How connected are they to the Communist Party? And then which companies are going to be eligible to buy the SPACs to go public? I've got to think Communist Party connected private companies, the ones that pay the biggest bribes, I guess they're going to be the, and you got a whole new slew of public companies. And because you're listed in, China, you don't have any of this little nonsense of audited financial statements and doing surprise audits into deep financial transactions. We don't do that here. We're here for business. We're open to do business. We're not here to make all kinds of regulations and get in the way of your ability to do business. So as long as the board of directors of the SPAC and the board of the directors of the private company buying the SPAC and the senior officers of both of the companies are all approved by Beijing's higher up goons, it's all good. It's all fine. We'll sell these shares to our domestic pension funds. So the Chinese government pension fund and the telephone workers and the transit workers and the teachers, all the pension funds registered in China will buy into the SPACs in an orderly, segmented way, just like little soldiers walking down the street. They'll never sell the stock because they're not allowed to sell the stock. You don't sell SPAC stock once you buy it. You don't sell anything once you buy it because that would be you'd be a traitor against your country. You don't want to do that. And then we'll allow 5, 10, 15% of the stock to be sold to the Chinese people. And what we'll have here is 5 to 15% of the stock will be in public's hands, in theory, Chinese nationals. And they'll gamble between themselves on the valuation of these companies because the other 80, 85% of the stock will never come for sale. You won't ever have to worry about a liquidation of stock into the open market. It'll never happen. And that way the stock can be hyped up by the national media, which is controlled by the goons in Beijing, to hype up the stocks. And it'll be a success story like you can't believe. And so the Chinese will brag to the Western world. You see, now this is how you regulate a stock market. Everybody's a winner here. Everybody is a winner and everyone is treated fairly. And it's a good, clean, honest market. And those crazy SEC regulations and rules, we don't do that here. We don't need those stinking regulations. We don't need to dig deep into the operations of these corporations because people just want to buy stock for $1 and sell it for $1.50. You got to let people, turn over paper. That's all. And then they can buy more Chinese-based stock because it's illegal for them to buy stock out of New York. I mean, God forbid we're going to let Chinese people buy stock overseas where it's nothing but corruption. We're not going to have that. So welcome to the new world that we're coming into in 2022 and 2023. Domesticated stock market manipulation at a national level from our friends in China. Interesting. Never a dull moment in this marketplace. We have to pay attention to this. We have to pay attention to this whole nonsense that's going on out there. And I can guarantee you, the governments of the Western world are very much paying attention, as are the regulators, as are the bankers. Indeed. What bothers me a little bit is the JP Diamonds of the world and the other top-notch U.S. CEOs of investment banks and so on. What the hell are they doing over there? Get out. It's time to pull your stakes out. They're pulling out of here. And they're making American investing, virtually illegal over there. I don't know why you're using Americans' money to prop up that government over there, because you're promoting investments in China as a great investment return for Americans. The reality is that you're propping up all kinds of bribe specialists over there. These companies are all rifled with these guys. They're just stuffed full of these pickpockets. And you can't identify them. And I guess you could say, well, it's the cost of doing business. It's the way it is. If you're going to go to Africa and try to get a contract through an African country, you got to pay bribes to the the guys who are in the ministerial positions. If you're gonna try to bribe, you're gonna try to get yourself a license to run a railroad or build a railway in Africa. You got to bribe the local officials to get the rights. You want to work on a deal to set up a grain handling facility and wherever. You got to pay bribes to the port people. You got to pay bribes to the transportation people, the agricultural people. It's just a cost of doing business. In Germany, Siemens in Germany, there was a report. I saw this like 10, 15 years ago. They were talking to a security guy, and his job was to deliver bribes. That was his job. This is his living. He said, "Oh yeah," he says, I get a call on Monday morning, and I'd be told to come into the offices of the accounting department, and they would hand me a briefcase, and it would be locked, and I'd have a key for it, and I had to deliver this. I had to go to like Nigeria, and I would have to fly on the company private plane, fly down to Nigeria nonstop. And in Nigeria, I would meet the Siemens representative there, one of our guys, who would then escort me in a limo to the office of the transport minister of Nigeria or whatever country. And we'd pull up to the front of the building. And of course, these government buildings are all militarily protected, against hoodlums. And we'd be escorted right in, like no problem, like a red carpet treatment. We'd come right in, and they'd have an elevator waiting for us. And up we'd go to the whatever floor, and down the hallway and through other doors with armed guards everywhere. And we'd come into this beautiful, huge office, and there would be about 5, 10 people, and one of those guys would be the minister of transportation, the top government guy that Siemens is here to bribe, and I would be here to deliver the suitcase, the briefcase. So we put the briefcase on the table, and the minister would decide who stays in the room and who leaves. And so we two, the Siemens guys, we'd be there, and he'd have maybe was one right-hand man there, and everyone else would be dismissed. And once the offices were closed, we would open up the briefcase, and it would be stuffed full of euros. And the beauty of euros versus American dollars is that in Europe, you can issue, I think, 1,000 euro notes, where in America, you only issue up to $100 notes. And so to bribe a guy a couple of million euros is a lot easier if you have 1,000 euro notes as opposed to $100 bills. They're a pain in the ass. And even when you have hundreds, people look at you like, "Oh, is that illegal? You can't spend $100 here." You try to use a $50 bill at a Starbucks. Watch the rigmarole they go through to accept your $50 bill. It's like, wow, like, did you just get out Leavenworth? Like, who are you? How dare you offer me a $50 bill for a cup of coffee? Anyway, in this bribe business, euros are very much preferred. 1,000 euro notes, 500 euro notes, 250s, 100, highly desirable and cashable, not a problem whatsoever. And so he'd open up this briefcase. And he'd say, "Oh, the minister would." His right-hand guy would look at it and make sure it's all bills instead of, one bill on the outside and one bill on the outside, paper in the middle. It's all there, and do a quick look, or they'd even have a counting machine just to double check, count it out. He said once he was happy, we'd part our ways, and we'd leave and leave him the briefcase, leave him the keys. And we'd go back and down the elevator, be escorted back to our limo, and we go back to the airport and get on the plane, and whoosh, we're out of there. He said, "I did that twice a week, 3 times a week, all year round. I'd go to all kinds of countries for bribes, because Siemens is an international engineering company that can build anything, anywhere. You want a bridge, you want a railroad, you want a subway line, you want the bus terminal, you want whatever you want. I mean, they can do it all." And so they were very busy in South America, Asia, Africa, Europe. Bribes, that's just part of doing business. What's the big deal? And I mean, this guy is looking at the camera going, "I don't know what the fuss is all about. We do it. Everyone else in Europe does it. We've been doing this since the birth of time, but certainly in the way we do it now, we've been doing this for 30, 40 years. This is an open secret. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, because we just pad the contract. You know, if the contract's supposed to cost $100 million, but we got to pay off $5 million in bribes, it's a $105 million contract. It doesn't cost us anything. We're just adding it to the price, and then we're handing the money off to whoever we have to hand the money off to. So it's right at the top: the king of the country, the prime minister, the vice premiers, the heads of the department. It's just business. It's nothing personal. It's just business. Well, in the U.S. and in Canada, you can't really do that anymore. They have been trying to stop that kind of thing, but of course, it's difficult to stop it if it's done through a subsidiary that is in an offshore jurisdiction that you can't control, and we don't know about that. But if you are doing business in a country that is run by a dictator, chances are that you might be following the law where you are as a North American or a G20 country place, because it's now illegal for Germans to pay bribes. By the way, it's now illegal. I'm just saying, but you might follow the rules. So it's a $100 million job to do whatever, or $1 billion project, or a $5 billion project, and there's 50 companies involved to do whatever. But how those dollars are distributed out is up to the country that is negotiating and hiring, the consortium to build project whatever. And if that country is run by a dictator and 10% comes off the top of every payment to the dictator in the form of a licensing fee or a permit fee or environmental assessment fee or insurance against you not being able to be doing the work anymore, it's it's a way, and the money is still going to those at the very top, and that's why they don't quit. That's why these guys can't be voted out. The guy in Belarus, he's not being the head of Belarus because he's a nice guy and he wants to serve his people for his entire lifetime. No, he's figured it out. This gig is so good that as the head of the country, I get every perk I can imagine, but my family and all of my friends get every perk as well. And we have cash bribes everywhere, the best jobs everywhere, the usage of the country's finest everything. Why would I voluntarily allow myself to be defeated at the polls? Are you out of your freaking mind? Do you know what would happen if I resigned the presidency of this country? They would have an investigation. And they would do a detailed audit, a forensic audit of my past affairs. And they would start figuring out all kinds of crap about, how we steal money from the top. Although we call it legal here, it's, for some people, they call it illegal. And so he can't resign. His only way out of office is if he gets assassinated. That's his way out, unfortunately. But while you're in there, life is good, and as long as you can remain the dictator until like your last year of life, you get so ill that you don't even know what your name is. What does it matter if someone takes you out at that point? You don't even know you had a bullet go through your head. You didn't even feel it. I'm just saying. It's the way of doing business in certain places, and the reality is everybody else knows that this is how it's done. So don't think the Biden administration is blind to this. Don't think Trump didn't know. Don't think Obama didn't know. Don't think George Bush didn't know. Don't think that Clinton didn't know. They all know. The intelligence departments, they all know. Every country's departments know. Canadians know. The UK, France, Italy, we all know. This is not, oh, surprise. Oh my God, I didn't know. No, we all know. It's just the cost of being in business. And you have to ask yourself, is it worth your while as a country to give a crap about Belarus? That's what it is. If you're the leader of a country that you have a vote every so many years, is it worth your while to give a crap about what other countries do internally vis-a-vis your ability to get reelected? Is it worth your while to send troops from your country, from your heartland, to some foreign land to get in the middle of someone else's business? Biden figured it out in his early days of his term. He figured out, I do not need troops in Afghanistan. I do not. What am I winning here? What is my upside in Afghanistan. Do they have the world's greatest lithium supply? Are they sitting on a bunch of oil? Are they our best suppliers of fertilizer for our crops? I mean, what is it that Afghanistan has that America needs for its self-interest? Let's cut to the quick. Nothing. Nothing. It's an ideological battle. America wants to show the world how they can save Afghanistan as opposed to how it was screwed up by the Russians back in the 80s, that kind of thing. That's over. The American public is going, I'm not going to vote you in just because you're doing a great job in Afghanistan. I'd rather you do a great job in Indiana. Save jobs in Ohio, okay? Save jobs in America. We don't care what you're doing over there. It's like low on our priority list. We do care about human rights. We do care about all the right, following the rules. Yeah, oh yeah, we're into that. But this is not in our top 10 list. This one isn't. And Biden knows that. And Biden's going, this thing is an albatross around my neck the longer I keep this thing going. Why don't I just cut it off right now? Rip the Band-Aid off. Take the heat for 6 months and then be done with it. Because no other president had the guts to do it. Trump didn't have the guts to do it. He did. He did it. Is he the greatest president of all time? No. No one is the greatest president of all time. You're the president of the time you're elected. That's all. You just got to deal with what you're dealing with. So Afghanistan's gone. All right, it's out, and good riddance, I guess. Canadians were there. Canadians died in Afghanistan. A lot of Canadian military members were there for decades. Iraq. How many other countries? The Mideast had been invaded by 58 countries when George Bush Sr. put his alliance together to get Saddam Hussein out of Kuwait. Most of you who are now, if you're 30 years of age, you weren't born when George Bush Sr. had to deal with Saddam Hussein and his 600,000 troops, or 500, I forget the number, invaded Kuwait overnight. They told him don't do it. They warned him don't do it. I would recommend a good idea. They sent envoys to this guy. You really don't want to do this. And he said, screw you guys. I'm a Saddam Hussein. I'm a dictator of Iraq. I've got the fourth largest military in the world. I'm going in. And he did. And it took the largest military in the world, plus 58 partners, or whatever the number was, to kick him the hell out of there. And at a cost of untold thousands of Iraqi men. Just unbelievable. Innocent guys who were told by their dictator, go into Kuwait and invade it, or you're shot. I will shoot you. I'll have you assassinated. Simple as that. Shooting. You can go into the firing squad, or you can go this way. Well, these guys had no choice. And they died one way or the other. So there it was. Anyway, in what was it, 3 months? It was all over. 6 months? It was all over. And what America didn't do, and what the coalition did not do, that it could have done, maybe should have done, was gone right into Iraq and take that guy out. But again, it is, how many votes is it worth in France, the UK, Italy, Spain, the United States, Canada, to take out a dictator from a corrupt country? And so America decided, along with the partners, we'll do a no-fly zone. We'll restrict that country very dramatically for at least 10 years. We'll cut them back. And they found Saddam. They eventually found him later, and he was taken care of. But that country's still a basket case, isn't it? And what has America gained from that? What has Canada gained from that? What has France gained from that? Instability. Just instability. And what country got stronger? Iran. Iran got stronger because they'd have to fight this battle. They didn't have to worry about Saddam invading them. He went to Kuwait. That war they had ended, and he started going into Kuwait, and the Americans kicked his butt. And so the Iranians are going, our military now is the largest military in this area, because thanks to the Americans, they took care of Saddam Hussein and his military. This is great. We'd have to spend any money at all. Wonderful thing. George Bush Sr. is trying to say to the Iranians, we don't want to invade your country. We haven't anything to do with you guys in that sense. We're going into Kuwait, getting them out of there. We're going to push them back into Iraq, and then we're getting out. That's what we want to do. And for the most part, it worked for the most part. But it then took another 20 years, 30 years to get the rest of the Americans out. The Iranians are still looking at it going, I'm not sure. You guys can launch attacks on us at any time from all kinds of corners. We don't know if we should trust you or not. Well, unfortunately in America, presidents only last 4 or 8 years max. And whatever president number one says, the next guy doesn't have to live up to that agreement if he doesn't want to. And so the Iranians are going, we have a supreme leader who's here until he dies. And then we have another supreme leader who comes in here. You guys keep changing the players all the time. You're it's like an NFL season every 3-4 years. We don't know who we're going to deal with here, and so we don't know if we can trust you guys. And can you blame them? Can you really, really? Anyway, it is what it is. Are they nice guys in Iran? No, they're not nice guys. Are they really trustworthy partners in Iraq? No, no. Are they great guys now in Afghanistan? Of course not. It's a nightmare. How many trillions of dollars has the Western world paid to interfere with countries overseas or get involved? And what are you getting for it? And again, when it comes to the ballot box, that is what it's all about. You count the votes, you look at the polls, and you find out, is this worth my time? And that's the bottom line. That's all it is. It's nothing personal, kids. It's business. And back to business. We used to watch the developments in Iraq very closely. We still keep an eye on Iran all the time. We keep an eye on Israel and Iran all the time because they're at de facto war in a third party kind of way, the Hezbollah and all this stuff. There's all these arms of all these countries that are interfering in other countries' affairs. Lebanon is a mess. Jordan is trying to keep the outside interference out of its country. The Israelis are surrounded by enemies everywhere. It's dicey. And we used to watch that area a lot closer, especially when Reagan was in office. He sent in troops. He sent troops in there and had them in Beirut. And then the suicide bombers showed up and started knocking out American Marines. And Reagan figured, I'm getting the hell out of there. I'm pulling these guys out. I'm not sitting in the middle of this. And he cut and run like you cannot believe, because his poll numbers began to plummet. And so he did the same thing too. He took the Band-Aid and went, I'm out of here. And he pulled the American troops off the land in Beirut after that bombing of the Marine. There was a 10-story building that got blown up, and over 200 were lost in like that. Yeah, he figured it out. Again, history just has a way of making all this disappear, and we don't know about it. And if you're under 50, you haven't got a clue what I'm talking about. If you're under 40, you don't know a thing about what I'm talking about. Unless you are a history buff, you don't know anything. And it's okay. You're a child of today. You know what's going on today. At least I hope you are. And if I can get you to pay attention to what is happening globally, I think I'm doing you the greatest favor. High school today, colleges today. Are you folks who are 40 now and have children in school? Do your children come to you in the evening and say, "Hey, talk to me about this Gulf War that happened in 1989-90"? Did they teach that in school? Do they teach in school the ramifications of the Second World War? Do they teach in school the detail of the Vietnam conflict? Do they teach in school what happened with the Afghanistan situation, what's happened in Iraq since? I don't think so. I think there's so many restrictions on schools that kids today, in many countries, I'm not picking on Americans, by the way. I'm not trying to. It's in Canada too. It's in the UK too. The kids today haven't got a clue what's going on outside their country, because countries are so focused on themselves, and educators are being made to focus on just their own history. The kids don't get a worldview, and so they're completely ignorant to the outside events that are going on. And one of the things that I swore I would do as a parent with my daughter was attempt to show her the outside world and get her to understand we're not alone. I hope it worked. She's a pretty smart traveler, and she's aware of more things than the average kid. But I gotta tell you, we're doing a disservice to our youth if we are only focusing on our own domestic stories, because you're then going to be educated by the loudest screaming voice. You're not going to be educated by the most educated voice. You're going to be educated by the bully that can take over the local school board and make them do what that bully wants or that group wants. And whatever that group's agenda is what the school agenda is. And that's unfortunate. Again, I'm not picking on America. I'm not picking on Canada. It's just the way of the world. So Kenyan kids are taught about Kenya. Ethiopian children are taught about Ethiopia. Egyptian children are taught about Egypt. In Turkey, they're taught about how great Erdogan is. In Belarus, it's all about the greatness of the dictator. In Beijing and China, it's all about Jinping, whatever his name is. He is the great one. He is the chosen one. He's the best ever. Talk to the parents and grandparents, and they say, "Oh, it used to be Chairman Mao, and then it was this guy, and well, now it's this guy." North Korea, good God Almighty, can you imagine what the kids in North Korea are getting for an education? There's only one person that matters in their lives. It's that moron with the stupid haircut. That moron. He's the all everything. And you add it up, and what you have? Billions and billions of people growing up in the next 10, 15, 20 years, just like the last 100, completely ignorant of what's going on outside their borders. And are they adding to the world's betterment? Maybe, maybe not. It's unbelievable. But that's the world. And welcome to the planet. And you have to understand how this business works. Remember, America and the markets of North America are looked upon as the gold standard for trading and for transparency. Absolutely. Executives in the United States can go to jail if they do wrong. You don't see that happen in a lot of other countries where they have stock markets. Executives never go to jail in other countries. Why? Because of the bribes they pay to the people above them to keep themselves out of jail. In the US, it doesn't work that way. You can't necessarily directly find a way to stay out of jail. You could get a pardon. You could try to get a pardon. If you get the right guy in the office, maybe you can get a pardon. But generally speaking, the Justice Department will come after you if you're cheating investors. Get caught, you're in trouble. So the gold standard is North America. Is it perfect? No, it is not perfect. But is it the most perfect compared to everybody else? Yeah, kind of. Like Britain and Canada and the US and Germany, France, they're pretty clean. Hong Kong used to be pretty transparent, not anymore. It's all over in Hong Kong, kids. The Shanghai boys and the Beijing boys have seen to that. Sydney Exchange, yeah, very clean. Lots of other smaller exchanges around the world. Yeah, they try to follow the US model. And so for you folks out there who watch this old guy, and for those of you out there who you're in Europe, there are so many people around the world who trade. A few watch me from international locations. They trust the American market. They trust it the most. And there are a lot of folks now using this device in their home countries to trade stocks traded in American exchanges. And this is the big equalizer. This has changed the world, and it will continue to change the world. Do not be surprised if in the next 2 more years, another billion people will be trading stocks on these. And they will be able to directly buy and sell GameStop, directly buy and sell SoFi, Rocket Lab, all kinds of stocks like this. They're coming in. And they're looking for transparency, and they're looking for upside, and they're looking for stability. And the beauty about buying Matterport stock or SoFi or any other U.S. denominated stock, it's a U.S. denominated currency purchase. This is another thing for third worlders, outsiders, gives them a lot of confidence. They would rather own stock in Matterport than own stock in their own countries, because they don't trust their own markets. They don't trust their home currency. They think that it's all cooked up. So you'd rather have American money without holding the dollar in their hand, the actual paper. They hold American currency here on this. This is the most secure place to have American currency if you're overseas, believe it or not. It's all digital. And this is the way it's going. So the American market will continue to expand and grow. Volumes will continue to get better and larger. And public companies that do business overseas and promote their accomplishments to the world media and not just the US homegrown media will strive and survive and will thrive with new shareholders from around the planet. Used to be you hired a stock promoter in your hometown to promote your stock. And then you had promoters in your state and in the region of the Northeast or the Southwest or whatever, wherever the exchange was that you were promoting your stock in. Now you got to go global. And global is a good thing. But the US markets are viewed positively by the globe. Anyway, there you have it. We're down 211 on the Dow right now, pre-market. We're down 35 points on the S&P, and Nasdaq's down 159. China vows to respond to U.S. enacts Xinjiang sanctions. China vows. Well, isn't that interesting? If American lawmakers and the Justice Department feels that a country's regulators are corrupt, what does the country do that is corrupt? Usually they try to clean up their act and try to appease these regulators that we're all clean and fair, but not in China. No, we vow revenge. If that isn't an admission of guilt, I don't know what is. I think that's about as guilty as it is. That's kind of like the mafia saying, "How dare you take out Uncle Vinny? We're going to get back at you for this." That's what this is. This is a threat of Chinese regulators against America. And so if I were an American-based business with business ties in China, I'd get the hell out of there. And I don't know what Jamie Dimon is doing flying his private jet over there. Because he has 20 billion reasons why he's over there. He's got a whole bunch of dough over there, if not more than that. And he's putting his clients' money over there. What is wrong with this guy? Wake the hell up. Totally blind. He's got blinders on. He's totally blind to the obvious. I see it, and I'm just a little schmuck watching these markets. And I've been calling the Chinese out now for 6-8 months. I've been screaming at you guys. Sell Chinese stocks, anything China, get out, Alibaba, get out. Yet the private jets, the Gulfstreams, keep going over there. And these morons keep negotiating with these guys. And China is vowing publicly, we'll get back at you for this. How dare you put a diplomatic boycott on our Olympic Games? How dare you make rules against our Chinese listed companies? How dare you? You know who you're messing with? Yeah, we know who we're messing with. We're messing with a mob that's running Beijing over there. We know exactly who we're messing with. It used to be the Teflon Don in New York City and all his pals, and generations prior to and since. Now it's these guys as well as these guys, and these guys unfortunately have nukes. That's the problem. It's a little thing. They have buttons that make missiles go in the air and cause all kinds of havoc. So they're vowing revenge. I don't think they're going to send nukes at us, but if I were an American-based business trying to do business in China, I wouldn't be so eager to be over there. You may want to sell off to a third party and really just back off and take a licensing fee and not be directly involved. I'm just saying. I'm also thinking you may not want to have too many American-based business people based there, because there's a nasty habit of business people just disappearing for like a week at a time. And they're being questioned by police about your activities. And after about 4 or 5 days, you'll confess to anything just to be left alone. And then they say, yep, he signed this form. He admitted he's a spy. 20 years in prison. There you go. I wouldn't want to be an American over there. Not a business guy. No, thank you. In any event, there it is. We're about to open for trading on that happy note. Welcome one, welcome all, I guess. Glad you're here. Well, let's see what happens with our markets today. How's it going to go? I don't know. I'm showing my Apple right now. Apple 169.92. And for our buddy Rudy, things are looking good for you. Definitely the stock is off, and I don't see a dramatic recovery happening anytime soon on Apple. It's just way up still. I mean, 169 is down from 181, but it only got to 181 for like a minute. We were 147 5 weeks ago, so it's doing fine. But 165 is still doable here, but you got to decide when to pull the trigger on this buyback. It's today. But rollover is possible, and that's what you're going to do anyway. You're going to buy back this call, and you're likely going to write a new contract. That's what you're going to do. Just a question of which one, and for how much, and when you want to do it. Right on. We're opening in a minute. Sextera is at 11.50. Smart Rent was at 10.95. ATIP 310. Spire 350. 23andMe 709 pre-market. Matterport 2150 pre-market. We'll see if these markets actually hold when we open up here. GameStop 143.50 down $1.09. SoFi sitting at 1407, and Rocket Lab showing 1239. That's our pre-market. We're down 184 in the Dow, 31 on S&P, 143 on Nasdaq, down $1.08 on oil. And I think there is a Mr. Larry Titus here this morning ringing bells for us, along with Bagel Babe. Thank you guys for being here. Go, Larry. Thank you guys for hitting the bells. We are up and running. We have started to trade for Friday. It's option expiry day today. Welcome to option expiry day. It's a triple witching today. Apparently 3 types of options expire today. We'll watch for that. We'll see how the FANG stocks do today, because that will tell us how the NASDAQ is going to do today. Are the FANGs in for more pain or what? Supply chain logistics keep coming up again and again and again as the problem for the business community. Growth stocks are being picked on because of inflation and because of higher rate possibilities, higher interest rates. We'll see how that all works itself out. But we're up and running, and we're here. Martin says it's actually quad. Okay, I can't. I heard quadruple, or I heard triple. Whatever. GameStop. Let's take a look and see how we're doing here. 142.90 down 169. We got the Dow now down 189. It looks like S&P down 30, Nasdaq down 144. That seems to be the early indication. We're just a minute in. See how this all plays out. I've got Rocket Lab at 12.10 at the moment, down 29 on 54,000. I'm showing SoFi down 36 cents, Matterport off 87, ME down 6, Spire down 2. ATIP's down 4 cents, Smart Rent down 31, Sixtera down 21. So it's red, but it's pennies. We got IBM down 39 cents, the Dow now down 212, Microsoft down $4, Apple down 88 cents to 171.38. That's the actual opening in the open market, and pre-market was 169. So we'll see how this fares itself out. Tesla down $1, Bed Bath Beyond down 12 cents, BlackBerry down 8. Royal Caribbean up 4 cents, Goldman down 4.70, Cisco down 3 cents. Early indications so far. Let's see how these markets open up in the next few minutes, and then we'll just see what's going on. SoFi 13.95, the bargain of bargains. They had the game last night on national television, right out of SoFi Stadium. Was it 58 days to the Super Bowl? Is that what I think? That's what they were saying yesterday. 58 days to the Super Bowl. They hyped that, but that's not going to move the markets. It moves awareness. It brings awareness up. People go, oh, that's the same SoFi. This SoFi stock is the guys that have that stadium. Oh, that's who they are. That's all it does. It gives them credibility, but it's not going to move the market up. But it gives them credibility, and that's what they wanted. They wanted to pay for the free advertising, and they're getting it, and they'll get it for years and years and years. And of course, the winner of this year's Super Bowl will always be associated with SoFi Stadium. So now I'll never forget the time when the so-and-so guys won the Super Bowl at SoFi Stadium. You know, that'll always be there. But a little consolation for the stock at $13.89, huh? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Rocket Lab, $12.11, down 28 cents. SoFi down 31 to $13.96. GameStop down 89 cents to $143.70. Matterport down $1.08 to $21.02. ME, $7.04, down 12. Spire down 1.5 cents to $3.47.5. ATIP up a half a penny, $3.14.5 cents. Smart Rent down 37 cents. Sextera down 21 cents. AMC, with all that good news, down 55 cents on the opening salvo here. Robinhood down 50 cents now. IBM down 60. Vanek Vector's down 72. Home Depot down $1.60. The Dow down 228. S&P down 27, and Nasdaq down 93. On a percentage basis, the three markets almost even. We have a 0.61% loss on S&P 500, a 0.66% loss on NASDAQ, 0.69 on the Dow. They're almost identical in about a 2/3 of a 1 percentage point drop on the morning. Is this catastrophic? No. This is what I keep coming back to you guys again and again and again. It's a rotation. If it were catastrophic, we'd be off 2.5%, 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, and they wouldn't be putting the money back into something else. It would be a pure exodus, and that's why you'd have massive drops. We don't have a pure exodus going on in the marketplace. What we have is rotation going on in the marketplace. That's actually a good thing. Believe it or not, that's a good thing. Now, we have selling going on right now that is quasi-forced selling, quasi-forced. There are people out there who have to sell stock right now to lock in losses. There are people right now who have to sell stock to pay taxes. There are people right now selling stock to exercise options that expire at the end of the year. They have to sell stock to buy stock. And in effect, Elon Musk is selling stock, about 10% of his holdings, so that he can buy more stock in Tesla on his options. At the end of December, when it's all said and done, and they file all those insider reports and everything is analyzed, and there will be articles, trust me, there will be articles you'll be able to read in the new year that will tell you that Elon Musk had this many shares in October, and he has this many shares now. And yet he sold a ton of stock. He's doing this selling to buy his options. That is what's going on. Anyway, we had our first case of Omicron in Alabama yesterday. Says Bama Babe. Oh, man, you got to hate that. You got to just hate that. But it's happening, kids. It's going all over the place. Anyway, on the markets, this is the deal. We have people who have to sell stock to exercise options, to also pay the tax on the selling of stock and the exercising of options. So the U.S. Treasury is having a wonderful month this month. The American people are having a wonderful month this month. The Canadian people, the UK people, the Germans, the French, the Italians, every country in the world where you have year-end tax selling and year-end taxable adjustments, all the governments of the world are raising all kinds of money right now from a record high Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, and other markets on the planet. It's all higher valuations from a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and governments around the world who are desperate for cash because of the COVID expenditures that they have had to endure, the money they have sent out to the public to keep the game going. They need cash, and this is payback time. You don't hear Congress right now. You don't hear the Senate. You don't hear a single Republican anywhere saying, "Oh, we gotta cut taxes right now. We gotta take these capital gains and give these billionaires tax breaks." Oh no, they know they need the money because they gave away the tax package last term, and they know how much money has been spent. They just passed an emergency spending bill, $2.5 trillion. They need this cash. So Elon can scream all he wants about unfair taxation, and any of the other guys can cry to the river. Your bill isn't going to get cut. You're not getting a rebate, buddy. You guys have made collectively trillions of dollars of money in the markets, and this system is in place and has been in place for decades to collect capital gain revenues, and we're going to get it. And that is absolutely happening from from small investors right up to multi-billionaire investors, and that's the way it goes. All right, let's see where we're at now. Where are we going? We're down 361 now on the Dow. That's 1%. We're down 1% on S&P, and we're down 1.25% on NASDAQ. They're all even. They're all even, but they are all off a percentage point. Because keep in mind that if you do sell, say you sell $1 million in stock, you're lucky enough to have done that well, and you're using that money to pay the tax on the gain on this money, that might run you 10%, 12%. So you're left with $880,000. Then you're using that money to buy $500,000 worth of new stock that you have an option on at a much lower price than what you're selling this stuff for. in effect replacing what you sold, or in effect allowing you to get more stock than you just sold in the first place. You do that, well, you have a gain on that right now because you just did this transaction in this calendar year, and on December 31, based on the price of the stock, you've made money. So you're paying a gains tax now on that. That might be another 100,000. So you sold $1 million in stock, you brought in 880, spent 500, spent another 100,000 in taxes. You've paid 220,000 taxes to sell $1 million in stock and exercise your stock, and you got about 150 grand left over. And so in your account, you got 150 grand, having just sold $1 million worth of stock. What's that going to get you? You're living in a $4 million house. You drive 3 different cars. You got 2 kids going to Ivy League schools, although they're probably going in for free rides because of the donations you've made. How much money you got left over? What are you going to do with 150 grand? You're getting paid $2 million a year to go to work. It just goes into the pot. It just goes into the pot. It's a measly $150,000. Now, for most of us out there, go $150,000 net. Oh, wow, that's a lot of money. Yeah, but it's 15% of the stock you sold. And so 15% of the money, it might go into the bank account. It might go back into the market. But remember, 220,000 of the money came out of the market. It went to the government. And the government now has just brought in this tax. And that's why the markets are off 1% today. You can see where some of this money isn't coming back into the market because it has to go to the tax man. And so Decembers are those kinds of months where for the first certain number of days, it's a withdrawal. But then after a certain date in December, it turns. All the tax selling has been done, and now we have the other side. Keep in mind also, there are people selling stock right now that are losing money. And this particular person with the $1 million sell-off, this person might be selling $300,000 of stock in value that they paid $600,000 for last year. They got caught on the Peloton trade, or they got caught on something else, and they're writing off $300,000 gains. Or losses, losses against gains. So $300,000 gets blown out. They claim a $300,000 capital loss. They have capital gains on this $1 million of their selling, and they're trying to negate the whole thing. And that's just called smart tax planning. That's what it's all about. But Elon doesn't have this problem. When you're the world's richest person, you don't have losses that exceed your gains usually, because there's a reason he's the most richest person. It's his stock has done so well. So he's got way more gains than he can hide. He can't write off anymore. So now he's paying. So he's sniping at Elizabeth Warren and other Democrats about how bad they are to him. Sorry, Elon, you got to pay your fair share. Sorry. I just can't cry a river for you. You moved from California to Texas to reduce your taxes even more. You're reducing your corporate taxes even more. You're trying to not pay taxes as much as humanly possible to go wherever you can go to do business, wherever you can do business. I get that. That's legal. It's okay. But you still got to pay something. No matter where you end up, where you live, how you do it, there will be a price to pay. You're a multi-billionaire, about to be a trillionaire, and I apologize, but you got to give some back. And so there you go. Is he going to live in abject poverty from now on? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he's going to be all right. Where are we at? The Dow's down 423. S&P down 50. NASDAQ down 201. We're down 1.1% on the Dow, 1.1 on S&P, and 1.3 on NASDAQ approximately. Oil down 99 cents a barrel right now. All right. On our favorites, Rocket Lab at the moment, 1177. On 254,000 at about the low of the day, down 62 cents. SoFi, 1373. The low was 1368. 5.2 million shares traded. I heard last night that selling coming from SoFi was also tax related. Not surprising. It's a winner stock. So even at 13 to 15 bucks, it's a winner. People are up percentage points. Don't forget that insiders have been selling this stock when they've been allowed to. Some of them sold into the 20s, and they got a huge tax problem. And maybe the delayed payment, they got to pay it at the coming up, but they got to sell now to lock in. I don't know. It's a lot of tax related selling going on that might end very shortly. So hold on to your hats. GameStop down 439 to 140.20. Matterport 2096 down 114. ME down 22 cents to 694. Spire down 15 cents to 334. ATIP down 4.5 cents to 309.5. Smart Rent down 88 cents to 1006. Sixtera down 29 cents to 1121. AMC down 52 cents. Robinhood down 95. Vanek Vectors down 299. Home Depot down $6. IBM up 55 cents. Turned the corner. 126.48 on the stock. Dow now down 447, down 1.25%. Microsoft down $5. Apple at 170.87. Apple is reluctantly joining the party. Had a little rally, tried a little rally, couldn't hold it. Now is losing some ground. But Microsoft is not trying to hold the party. Microsoft is definitely continuing its slide. Tesla down 452. Royal Caribbean up 90. Goldman down 12.99. Those of you who have written contracts on Goldman, this is the moment you buy back your calls. Get ready, put them in there, get your buybacks done. Don't get overly greedy here. Take advantage of this $13 dump and buy back your calls. Congratulations on all of you who have done that. Cisco down 20 cents to 60.11. It's not giving up ground easily. It's reluctant to do so. On other FANG stocks, Amazon is down $63 to 33.13. Facebook down $3.54 to 3.31. Google down $57 to 28.39. JP Morgan down $4 almost. Other stocks, let's see, anything notable here? Excuse me. Netflix down 8.5. And yeah, that's about it. Coinbase down $11, but that's not a FANG stock. That's just a highly speculative crypto. Micron down $1.26. Intel down 71 cents to $50.12. So for those of you who keep asking me, hey, Bruce, what's a good stock to use to write poor man covered calls? The stocks are and have been, let me go through my list here. We've got IBM, Microsoft, Apple. We have Goldman, and now Cisco, of course. The Amazon Google is too expensive for me to recommend to you. It's just ridiculously priced. Who else can be a candidate for this kind of stuff? Take a look at all these boys and girls here. Yeah, Micron and Intel would be two others that can be candidates for poor man cover call writing. There's a good list of them right there for you. There it is. That's where we're at. We're now down 449 on the Dow. We're off 47 on S&P. We're down 162 on the NASDAQ. And the three indexes are down 1.03% for S&P, 1.09 on NASDAQ, and 1.25 on the Dow. Seem to have paused here at the moment. Will we kind of level off here for a bit now, and will we get through this first hour of a sell-off and then begin to build a base from here? That is entirely possible. If this volume is not heavy enough, it can't continue. And then it begins to reverse because you have these folks who've already done all their tax planning. All their tax moves are finished. And now they're starting to take on positions for next year. And they're looking for the bargains to get into to make the run up the other way. If we were off 3-4%, I'd be worried. But we're not. We just, by the way, broke the 1% barrier on the other side. We're now only down 0.89 on the NASDAQ, 0.97 on S&P. So the markets are coming on right now a little bit. It doesn't just go straight down. It doesn't go straight up either. But there you have it. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Doing what we can. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there you go. Bangle Babe. A lot of you, you occasionally send me emails and say, hey, Bruce, I bought lesson number 1, lesson number 5. I watched half of it, or I want to see it again. I can't find it. Bagel Babe has a good point. I couldn't find the first lesson after I watched it on Bruce's website there. I looked at my YouTube viewing history, found it, saved it to a playlist, and haven't had an issue since. And if you know how to do that, that's the way to do it. And so that's a way to keep the lesson. You can watch it again and again and again. If, however, Any of you have problems finding a lesson you want to watch again, let me know. Just send me a private email. Just say, hey, Bruce, can you send me the link to lesson number 3 or 5 or whatever? I can't find it. I'll get you looked after. We'll get you a link, and then you've got that in your email. So you can always watch that lesson again and again and again. Okay. Anyway, there we are. Let's see. Uncle Bruce, Hector asks, what advice would you offer about Matterport call option purchases to capture a rebound? Yes, well, I don't mind some of these stocks here. A whole bunch of them are pretty low. So if you're looking to buy call options, now's a good time to do it. Yeah, Rocket Lab 1166 and SoFi at 14 or less. Hey, yeah. Matterport 2107, ME 688. Oh my gosh, we got deals here. As I've said before, and I will continue to repeat, if you can get into options on these stocks, but they go way out in time, this will decrease the likelihood that you're going to be caught in a lousy week of market trading or a lousy month of headlines that just aren't working for us. You need to be able to get through enough time to, at any moment, catch a wave. Now, it's happened here many times where people have said to me, hey, Bruce, yeah, I bought a call option on blah 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 for 7 months out at $2 a share, 250 contract, whatever. And within 3 days they tell me, I just sold it for double the money. This is great. Oh, stock went up, it's been up $3-4. I'm double my money, I'm out of here. You don't need to wait 6 or 7 months to make your money. You can make your money in 24 hours, 72 hours, through 2 weeks. But having a long-term option contract in your hand takes away the unforeseen nightmare of a stock holding up a run. It's got a run going, and then it just slumps because of outside forces that just come up and screw things up. Like Putin sending in 50,000 of the 175,000. He does that. The markets have a bad week this week, okay? No matter what we want to say, it's going to be a bad week this week. They get rid of him, or he backs off again. The market stabilizes, and after about a month, things are back to normal. You've lost a month. And if you only have a 2-week contract, a 5-week contract, because you bought it cheap, you thought, well, I like Bruce, but I'm going to ignore his advice. I'm going to buy Matterport calls that are only good for 2 weeks because they're really cheap. I can really make a quick buck on this. Well, you're taking your life in your hands. And the problem with option contracts, if you're long and you intentionally buy a short-term option contract, you are putting everything into that contract that could go to zero. It can go completely to zero in a microsecond. You're better off buying a 6-8 month, 1 year out contract. And yeah, it'll go down in price if the stock goes down. Yeah, a little bit, but it'll also bounce the other direction. And if you can get a contract that's at the money or in the money, you're paying a premium, that's your best bet. The best way to go is that direction. All right. Joanne says, hello, Uncle Bruce and family. Hello there. Let's see. What else is going on here? Noto sold. Rob is saying, hi Rob. Noto sold about 100,000 at 14.58 of Class A, and like millions of his Class D stock for tax withholdings. The entire C-suite did as well, but varying amounts from 50 to 90 grand of Class A stock. Okay, sold my first smart rent May calls for a tiny profit while I could not chance them expiring worthless in these markets. Okay. I'm late. Is everything crashing? No, not really. Let's see. Buying more SoFi, says Cheddarstacks. Will saying, buy back those Goldman Sachs calls. Don't be greedy. I wonder if he's talking to me. You and others, my friend. Yeah, absolutely. Hang on. It's just gotten so hot in this room. Oh my gosh. Just bear with me, folks. I got to turn my fan on over here. Man, oh man, has it gotten hot in here. Here we go. When I started this show, when I started talking this morning, it was cool in here. I thought, oh, should I put on my sweatshirt? And then I reminded myself, the last 2 days, you last about 20 minutes, then you have to peel that thing off. And I thought, today I won't do it. I should be okay with my t-shirt. Oh no, it's hot as can be in here. Anyway, we're cooling off. Anyway, Will and anyone else, yes. Kent is saying, bought back my $400 Goldman Sachs. I wrote yesterday, thank you, Bruce, for the encouragement. I can do this. Yes, you can. And just, get out now, take your profit off the table, say thank you, sit on the sidelines, fold your arms, watch the market. Yeah, it's down $15 on the Goldman Sachs. It's 382. So what? Wait now to see what kind of recovery is coming on this stock. And if this thing wants to pop back to 390.95, you might pick off a 400 or a 397.50 or a 395 for next week, the week after. Here we go again. And we constantly are watching for opportunities to take advantage of these markets. Absolutely. GameStop 143.44 down 115 at the moment. The Dow down 474, down 1.3%. We have the S&P down 44, which is a 0.96 drop. NASDAQ 116, only 0.77. Actually, today, it's the opposite of yesterday. Yesterday, the worst performing index, NASDAQ. The best performing index was the Dow. Now it's the Dow that's the worst performer, and NASDAQ is the best performer. So it's rotation. This is what's happening. We're rotating over into other stocks, and there's more money coming out of the Dow 30 today than coming out of the NASDAQ 100. This always shifts, and it goes back and forth and back and forth. It is completely normal, and it's very healthy for the market to have rotation and new favorites and that kind of thing to happen. It's what you want to see. Liquidity is the big thing you want to have, right? The Dow's down 506, 1.4%. Remember, the Dow makes up 30 companies. That's it. It doesn't make up 3,000 companies. It makes up 30. S&P makes up 500 companies. It's off 1.04%. The Dow's off 1.4%. Okay, keep an eye on that, as we will. All right. Let's go here. Continuing on. SoFi trying to dig itself out of its hole, keeps pushing the 14. Easy peasy, download them. Let's see. At this point, Spire has to rise 35% for me to break even. I'm still long for next year, though. Don't know if that's stupid enough. Keep in mind, too, that these turnarounds, when they occur, from forced selling, year-end selling, tax loss locking in, it's possible for the last month now on Spire and ATIP, just to give you some other perspective, it is entirely possible that people have been selling the shares of Spire and ATIP on purpose to purposely lock in a loss. And what they want to do is buy the stock back. So they started selling it in October and November to buy it back in December, late this month. They have to be out for at least, I think, 30 days or 31 days. Otherwise, it's considered a wash trade by the IRS. So do not be surprised if we get into the last week of this month and you begin to notice some of the beaten up stocks really coming on all of a sudden, because it's a whole new year. It's a whole new tax year now. And there are folks who could have been selling Spire, ATIP, taking these 60% losses, selling the stock at $4, $5, and so on, taking these big chunk losses and writing off these losses against massive gains they've had on SoFi or Matterport or whatever else, and stocks that are others completely. They're just balancing their portfolios over, and they're making their moves. So you get the sell waves, and then you get the repositioning buy waves. And so I don't think they're going to be down here much longer. I don't think so. But, I've been saying this now for 2 months on ATIP and Spire. I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm convinced I'm right. Okay. I believe him, but I don't trust him. Let's see. It's so good or bad. I bought SoFi 14s expiring today, laughing out loud. Let's see. I wish I had more cash for this epic sale. It's unbelievable. John is here saying good morning. Hey, look, I'm pink, says John. Let's see. What else is going on? He walked right up to the lamp and didn't fix it. What lamp? What lamp are you talking? What? There's no lamp here. What are you talking about? I don't know where you folks are coming from. Let's go. Julie, I have ME and I've got Spire. They both expire late January 22 and early February 2022. Should I dump them now? Should I dump them? No, I wouldn't. I'd wait through year end on these. Yep. You want to wait through year end right now. Just see what this market has for you. Yeah. Let's see what kind of recovery and what kind of tax loss selling ends and then the new season begins. Don't want to make a move right now. No. Rocket Lab down 40 cents actually. It's recovering from 11.48 low, now 11.99. So the stock has come up here 50 odd cents a share on 600,000. Rocket Lab is coming on quick. SoFi 407, 409 coming back on from a 13.66 low. GameStop 144.19 down 40. Matterport 20.99 after hitting a low price. Hang on, what was it? 20.72. We're now 20.99. 21.05. We're down 105 on Matterport. 972,000. We've got a rally going here on some of these stocks. The Dow still down 488. S&P down 47. Nasdaq down 116. Nasdaq down 0.77 of a percentage point. That's improving. S&P down 1 percentage point, and Dow down 139. Other stocks, ME 707 after crapping out at 685. That's turned around. Spire is even after dropping to 334. It's now 349. That's a 15-cent recovery in 10 minutes. 86,000 volume. Nothing burger. It's going to go higher. ATIP is down 5 cents at 309. Low was 307. 59,000 volume. Nothing burger there. Smart Rent, it's down 72 to 1022. Got down to $10. Back to 1022 now. 325,000. Xterra got down to 1115. It's now 1128. Down 22 cents on 21,000 shares. There is no volume here, folks. There is no massive exit for the doors happening anywhere on these stocks. We're going higher. They're going to go higher. Believe it or not, IBM up a buck, had its blowout, now 126.98, going for 127. IBM is going for 127 now. Microsoft still down 422. Apple down only 60 cents, holding on, resistant to falling. Tesla up 730. We got Goldman down 14 now to 383. It reached 381. It's now 383.24 coming back on. Let that Goldman run back up. Right calls again. Get ready. Cisco down 28 to 60.03. Amazon 44 downside. That's better. Facebook down $1.40. That's better. Google down $38. That is better. It was down $20 from here. It's already recovered a bit. We've got the Dow showing a loss of 497. We've got S&P down 48, and we've got Nasdaq down only 112 points. We are definitely the tables have turned today versus yesterday. It was all about the Nasdaq dropping. Today it's the Dow dropping. Nasdaq actually not dropping so much. So that's a bit interesting, a little more entertaining. What fan, says Larry? There's not a fan there. Nephew Nick, Uncle Bruce, I'm thinking of rolling my remaining long SoFi January 21st, 1750s to April 14th, 1750s. Currently way down, but I'd be able to roll into a third of the number of the contracts for April to give me more time. What are your thoughts? Yeah, that's a plan. Definitely can be a plan. On the other hand, if you allow the SoFi to do a bounce back here before you pull this, you might actually do better. I know you're at 1750 and the stock's 1418. I know that, but if you sit through tax loss season and you actually wait until like the first week of January to make this move, you might be way better off on this. Just a thought. Because if SoFi reaches 16.5 to 17 by early January, you might be able to do a half of a roll, like you might get a half as many shares or 60% as many shares. Don't sell this. Don't be short yet. We're up 4 cents on SoFi right now. So, nephew Nick, I know this message is 9 minutes old. I just hope you haven't made a move yet. Just kind of stick around here. We got a recovery coming here. Spire's up 7 cents now, up 7 to 356. The low was 334. We're now up 20 cents or so from the low. Interesting on Spire. ATIP still down 1.5 cents, but only 1.5 cents on ATIP. ME unchanged. Matterport still down 78, but coming on strongly. 21.37 after dropping to 20.70. It's coming on quickly. GameStop still down 69. SoFi up 2 cents. Rocket Lab at 12.07. All right. Let's see. Lamp is bearish today. What lamp are you talking about? Says Rob. Beach Boy, listen to Uncle Bruce here. I messed up buying Apple options, and the only reason I got some thing back was due to the long time to begin with. That position would have been a write-off if not. Thank you, Beach Boy, for the kind words. And like I say, folks, time is your friend if you have it, and just sit tight here. Bagel Babe, what lamp are you talking about? Fingers crossed, says Daniel. Joanne, Goldman Sachs, Microsoft, and HD lead the Dow Jones year-to-date returns. Stick to Uncle Bruce's picks. Bought back, John Gill, bought back the 405 Goldman Sachs I sold yesterday after $100 one profit on the Goldman Sachs day trade on the call yesterday. Thanks, Uncle B. Way to go, John. Way to go. Let's see. Just Scott Barber wants to know if he's missing here. Let's see. These stocks is why I keep accumulating shares in companies I like. I get down and then Bruce explains how the markets think and act. No lamp. 14s are in the money now. And how long do I let them roll? Just let it go up. Don't get in its way. Let it go up. SoFi, try to go green. It's green. You, Uncle Bruce, a genius. Let's see. John, Julie B, I'm in the same boat with Spire for February, but there is still time. Don't lock in a large loss with 2.5 months to go. Exactly. Just sit here, let the stocks move up. We're up 7 now in SoFi. It's 14.32, 14.33, 14.34 a share. GameStop went positive, 146 now, up $1.41. Matterport down 86 cents now. ME down 3. Spire still up a nickel. ATIP down 3 cents. Smart Rent down 56. Xterra down 15. AMC's green up 82 cents. IBM up $1.54 to 127.47. The Dow down 503, 494 now. 494. S&P down 50. Nasdaq down 107. Okay. Apple down $1.33 to 170.93. Microsoft 319.64. Apple seems to be reversing again. It got up to 173.07 and now is backed off to 170.90, down $1.35, coming back again on Apple. Tesla up 443. Royal Caribbean up $1.80. Goldman 382, 383.05. 383.05 down 14.32 right now. And we got Amazon down 39, Facebook down only 82 cents, Google down $42. Okay. Lots to watch, lots happening all simultaneously. Rocket Lab, the high of the day, it looks like 12.13. It's down only 26 cents. Rocket Lab was as low as 11.48. We're back to 12.13. That's a 60 plus cent gain. This is good. This is good. 667 on volume, looking good on Rocket Lab. There's strength here. SoFi up a dime now, 14.37. It's climbing again. 10,700,000 traded. Lows 13.66 now, 14.35. I sure hope I pray that none of you got out of this morning. I'm praying that you stuck in there, held tight. Matterport down $1 at 21.10. ME down 4. Spire up 5.5. Okay. There we go. All right. Other comments. SoFi, it's impressive clawback here. I'm going to help Rudy again today, says Nick. I'm going to help this guy. I think shorting Apple is the way to go. Yeah, I think so. And Nick, if you're going to do a short Apple, definitely. It's going back down here. Spire Green, says Delahold. Rob is saying those 250 ATIP for January 20 are looking nice again. $1 to 160 bid ask on the 250s on ATIP. Interesting. 312 on the stock and the 250s are 1 to 160. Interesting market there. Spread so wide. Spire is pulling our market. Says Nicholas. The Dow is getting thumped. Good afternoon. Good morning, Bagels. Chris Condi says, Cheddar, I'm rolling with the SoFi 14s until this afternoon. They were super cheap. Scared money. Don't make money. Laugh out loud. The 15s we had probably won't make it. SoFi 14.35, up 8 cents. Holding right in there. Now up 9. Okay. Let's hold each other's hands and we'll go through this market cap together today. We'll go through this crap together. SoFi's green. Holy SoFi. Spire's moving. Frumbler, same green. SoFi just turned green. Everyone's noticing this a few minutes ago. Loving this green. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. I'll probably wait through the tax loss season of the beginning of January, like you said, says nephew Nick. I'm holding SoFi 2250, says Nelson, for January. Don't feel too bad for me. Let's see. Laugh out loud. Call me when ATIP and Spire go over $5, please. SoFi is green. I'm up 76% on my SoFi 14, says Cheddar Stacks. Let's see. I got my 1,000th share of SoFi today at $13.98. Can't wait to start writing options after it breaks out. Do you know where I can find classes? Confused. Yeah, I know where you can find classes. Somebody here might tell you. It's a secret place, though. Rob, Cheddar Stacks, Rob, I'm losing my mind lately, I swear. Michael, SoFi must have known I put in a limit order. That's why it's going up. Nephew, SoFi, impressive comeback from being down 50 cents. Right now up 13 to 14.40 on SoFi. Coming back on again. We're down 24 in Rocket Lab. Matterport coming on again, down 75. ME down only 3. Spire up 5.8 cents. Bagel Babe, I also have 18 February, $2.50 calls. Let's go Spire. Nicholas, SoFi said, this is madness. I shall lead. That's what it's saying. John Bickman says, hey, Mike, keep moving up that limit order, would you? Dirt Track, those first hours lately. Ha, says Michael. Maybe we'll get a charter. What's going on with AMC? Picked up more SoFi, says Hallow Smith, $13.97. I also got my pink badge right on. Dustin says, patience. How did Rudy short Apple? Could Apple reach 165 today? What do you think, Uncle B? From Nick. Well, buddy, it's possible. I don't know. Let's see here. 170.57 down 169. I mean, we were backing off here. We're jumping now $2.50 in 15 minutes. We're moving lower. Yeah, I don't know about 165, Nick. I don't know if it's gonna that much, but 167, 166, 67 is possibly possible, but hey, any profit is a good profit. So keep an eye on that. 170.59 right now on 34 million, still trading at 30.4 times earnings. So, it's overpriced by 10%, 15%. As far as PE multiples go, right? Okay. The Dow down 540, 1.5% drop. S&P down 54, a 1.1% drop. But NASDAQ only down 115.76%. It's not participating in the drop-off. It is not a across-the-board drop, and it's not enough. Nelson, nephew. Nick, I also bought my first 100 SoFi at $18.98. Laughing out. Solidarity, bro. Beach Boy, what color is that badge I'm carrying? A bit colorblind here. Please help. Let's go. Hey, Matterport, come on, man. Move it, says Cheddar. John is saying Cheddar Stacks looks like SoFi wants to get up to to that 15 level. SoFi right now, 14.42, up 13 cents. GameStop up $1.41. Matterport down 89. ME went positive again, +2. Spire going up again, +7. Rob says, this clementine I'm eating, I have so many seeds. Honestly, I don't really want to eat it. Nice saying good morning. Rob is saying, Beach Boy, you're orange. Or no, you're pink. Maybe I'm colorblind. Rob, don't tease me, man. Don't tease me. John saying, Beach Boy, you're magenta. Splair, SoFi, $40, probably a long way away from here, would make a leverage there, $1,000. Malo is saying to the savior, how did Ruby short Apple? Sounds like the perfect title for a class. Hint, hint, Uncle Bruce. Nelson, I hope to be early and not wrong? I know that question is not really serious, this player. Let's see. Rob is saying, no, honestly, I can't tell. I think it's orange, but I have a blue light filter on my computer, so it's hard to tell. Let's go. Run SoFi run, says, damn it, Jim. First world problems, says Bobby to Rob. Let's see. Robert Branson, would a subject for a class be how the different seasons and events can affect the stock market based on your experience? Nicholas, wait, I'm pink. Dr. Walter Sextera is going. Zzz, it's going. Let's hope so. It is down 7, but coming on. Smart Rent still down 80. ATIP down only 2 cents. Spire up a nickel. Emmy down 2. Matterport down $1 again. GameStop up $1.40. SoFi up 6 cents. And Rocket Lab down 32. The Dow down 598, 1.66%. We got S&P down 1.3 at 62. We have NASDAQ down 1% at 151. A little wave coming through. We'll see how long it lasts. We got oil down 139 to 70.99. The lower oil goes, the lower inflation will be. The more inflation is held back. That's a good thing. You want oil at 60, 65. That would bring gas into the 250 range a gallon in many places in the U.S. That would be a good thing for inflation, the U.S. economy, the world economy, and that would take the inflation heat off this market. Good thing. Markets will go much higher. So just so you know, oil has to be watched. Of course, the higher inflation is and interest rates start to rise, oil will perhaps drop because the economy is going to be held back a bit by central bankers. So that will be bad for oil as well. So watch for that. All right. What else is going on here? Is it a good idea to do a vertical takeover, i.e. Matterport 40s into 30s for more premium, same expiry date? Not a bad idea right now, Drew. You are way out there. So, yeah, you could go even to 25s right now if you go to February's. I don't know what contract you have, though. But 30s definitely bring in the money. Bring in the cash. Yeah. Rudy, hi, Uncle. Rudy, hi, Uncle Bruce. Bagel Gang, top of the morning to you all. Welcome, Rudy. We're watching your Apple. We're keeping our eye on her for you. 169.81 broke through 70 again, and it's going lower. You're getting ready here. You will soon be able to do a rollover at a very nice price. I'm excited for you, and I'm really pleased that it's working out. Because when at 182, it wasn't working out very nicely, but it's going to work out good here. Really good. Let's see. You're 145s, according to my computer, and I'm behind. You were looking on, sorry, where am I at here? You're not 145s. You're 165s. Pardon me. 685 bid to 7 offer is the last quote I have, but the stock's down 242, and it's got. I gotta think that you're lower than 685 on your contracts now, so they're definitely coming your direction for sure. 169.96 new low of the day on Apple. We're hitting a new low on the day on Apple now, and I kind of wonder how much lower. I'm thinking 167. Is possible. That's another couple of bucks, and that'll only put your contract in the money a couple of dollars. Frumler, if I write a call on GameStop expiring today for 70 cents, GameStop will probably go up $10 this afternoon, so I don't think it's worth the small risk. On the other hand, anyway, the rest of us will be happy. Michael, one more dip on SoFi, then we can launch. Too good to be true, says Cheddar. Rudy, I watched last night's replay. I can give a shout out to Nick. I want to give a shout out to Nick. The guy is bold to short sell Apple, and more importantly, the massive donation to Uncle Bruce. Good man. Thank you again, Nick, yesterday making that $500 super chat towards the end of the day yesterday. That's pretty cool. He had a good day on Apple. Right now, 169.86 down, 240, falling again, and I don't see any reason why Apple would go higher. Not right now. The Dow's down 604, down 1.69%. S&P down 1.43%, NASDAQ down 1.19%, down 180 points. The drop it can be directly attributed to Microsoft down 691, Apple down 198. We can attribute it to Tesla being down a couple bucks. Goldman down $16 to 381. We can attribute it to Amazon down 49 bucks, Facebook down 289, Google down 57. JP Morgan down 480 a share, Costco down 250. We have Netflix down 776. We've got, let's see, any other major movers? That would be about it on major moves. Big cap stocks under pressure, definitely. No question about it. All right. Spire movement is crazy. No volume and jumping up and down almost 10%. Spire right now down 2.8 cents at the moment. Rocket Lab at 12.04, down 35 cents. SoFi down only 4 cents to 14.24. GameStop up 166. Hey, Jen, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm busy. I'm busy. We're negative on the markets, but we're not down like mega negative. We're down 1.6% on the Dow, but it is 584 points. Sounds impressive.
But it's
1.6% to nothing burger. Down 1.3 on S&P and down 1.1 on Nasdaq. I don't think we have the volumes here to justify anything to worry about. We're not getting the massive get me out of here selling, and I think it's the tax loss. I think it's the height of it right now. People are taking advantage of their write-offs.
Yeah,
and that's what we have.
And getting ready to buy that GI Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
Gotta buy the GI Joe with the Kung Fu grip, and I need some money, man. Trading Places tells you everything you want to know about the market. Exactly. You guys, a couple of bookies, huh? Yeah, you guys are like a couple of bookies. That's what brokers are. Yeah, the bookies of all time. Oh my, Sextera is only down 6 cents. Your Sextera was down to 11.15. It's now 11.44 on 26,900. It's turned around. There's no volume there. Smart Rent down 85 cents on 393,000. Was down to 10. It's at 10.09 right now. ATIP down 3 cents. Spire down 2. ME down a penny. I mean, there's nothing to worry about there. Matterport down 92. We were down to 20.72 or 21.18. So, come up 40 cents, 50 cents here from the low, whatever it is. That's pretty good. GameStop's up $2, and SoFi down 2 cents, and Rocket Lab down only 29. Fractional losses. Not really worrying about this. Anyway, there you go. I'm thinking Shmia today.
You are?
Yeah, we got some Shmia lying around.
I would have bet grape jelly, but
no, I had grape jelly.
On my toes.
I had yesterday, but
I know.
We got Shmia lying around the house.
Oh, we do.
We got Shmia.
Oh, we do.
There ain't no Shmia shortage here.
There you go.
So what the heck?
I'll see if I can find it.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Let's see. Coyote says 500,000 volume on GameStop. The Dow down 580. Okay, says Nick. I shorted Apple again. If it goes to 166, I will make a cool 12 grand. Let's help Rudy. Right on. That'd be great if it was the 166. Oh man, that'll help Rudy too. 169.89 on Apple right now, down 240. And the low on Apple has been 169.69. That's the low of the day. 169.88 right here on Apple. So hey, Nick, I'm hoping it takes a shot for you. Let's go. Joe N. Noticing IBM trades well on recent big red days. That's what I'm noticing. Coyote says Nick S. Mad lad. Michael, freaking IBM. Nick S. You only live once. The Savior. How did Nick short Apple strategy? How does he do that? Ratish Cody. I call Nick the Vincent Van Gogh of shorting stocks. Rudy, thanks, Uncle Bruce. I have a stink bid in for 253 to buy him back. To think I might make a profit on these covered calls even. Thank you for teaching me to be patient. Time's your friend, people. Great lesson learned right there. Larry Titus, good morning. Jen, Rudy, Nick, how many shares did you short sell on Apple? Cheddar, yesterday's proved one thing to me. SoFi is being shorted by big banks. I'm really serious about that too. Evan says, this is a cat. And Rudy, Nick, can you share your email? I wanted to connect with you, ask you a few things on the Apple chart I'm reading here. Rudy, send me a private email. And if Nick sends me a private email that it's okay to talk, I'll send each of you your emails. Just send that to me, and I'll be the mediator in between for both of you, okay? Because you can't put the email on here. Nick, that is a secret. I'm trying to help you take this opportunity to cover your option. Again, Nick has to want to be contacted, and so does anyone else. And I kind of am happy to be in the middle if you want to talk to me about it all that. Cam, hi, G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe, I was big into Jim with the camper, not sure who would win the battle. Beach Boy Trading Places was such a good movie, a must-see for everyone in the market. Nick, ask Uncle Bruce to connect with me, and he will send it to you. There you go, Nick. Thank you, buddy. There's what I was telling you about. Apple 170 even right at the moment, $170 a share on Apple. High of the day 173.07, low 169.69. We're now at 169.92 again on the Apple. We're down 572 on the Dow. We're down 65 on S&P. We're down 191 on Nasdaq. Nasdaq is down 1.2%. S&P down 1.39, and the Dow 1.61. And oil down 181 a barrel to 70.57. All right, that's oil. Rudy, sure thing. Nick, you got it. Cheddar Stacks, going down in flames, I guess. Michael, 169.69. That's kind of nice. There you go. Yeah, well, there you have it. That's our market. Watching a lot going through here. 14.15 on SoFi. The closer to 14, the bigger bargain this thing is. I don't know if it'll go under 14 again. Can't say it will. Can't say it won't. But people have been picking off bargains here on SoFi during tax loss selling time. Matterport down 102. Tax loss selling. ME 714. Spire 344 down a nickel. ATIP down 1.5. Smart Rent down 78. Cyxtera up 3 cents. Cyxtera 11.53. It's up again on 30,000 volume. It went down to 11.15. Is now 11.58, up 8. Cyxtera is going up again, you guys. How about that stuff? 11.58 on Cyxtera, up 8 cents. HIP unchanged at 314. Interesting. ME down only a penny. SoFi coming on 14.22 down a nickel. We're coming on again. The Dow down 564. S&P down 62. Nasdaq down 166. All righty. There will be a turnaround. There will be. It will happen. Not enough selling to keep this market down. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Let's see. Way to go, you guys. My 180 Apple covered calls are looking really good right now, says Michael. Nice going, but let's see. Beach Boy, I think Nick is angry at me. Does anyone know why? And Beach Boy hasn't had contact with Nick. It's up to you guys to reach each other. Rudy, Uncle Bruce, what's the best way to short? I know that one can buy puts, write covered calls, or short sell stock. In terms of risks versus gains, what would you say? The most conservative way to short a stock or to be against a stock is to write a covered call. But the best way to do that, and the most conservative way to do it, is to write an out of the money high premium covered call. That's what you want to do. So if a stock's volatility is getting higher, wider, you write further out and go out maybe 2 weeks and enjoy the timed appreciation collapse. And if you're right, the stock backs off anyway, the covered call even drops faster. Okay, that's the way. Dr. Walter Bishop. I'm cool. I'm not angry at anyone, says Nick. False. If Cyxtera could head up to 20, that'd be great. I got 500 of those, but only 100 Matterport. I want some action, man. That's what I want, says False. I want action. There you go. 1167 on Cyxtera, says Michael. 1169, up 19 now. Popped again. 1169 on Cyxtera on 35,200 shares. I have viewers here with $10 option contracts on this stuff. They're looking great. Like I said, just stick around. Markets are going to go higher. ATIP unchanged. Spire unchanged. ME up 2. Matterport down 85. GameStop up $3. SoFi up a dime. Apple is 170.52 right now. And a little tentative rally at the moment, but not looking that incredible. This is a doctor. Says the doctor. Michael's saying, I like that Cyxtera chart recently. And volume on Matterport, super quiet. People aren't selling down here. In 4 words or less, what did I miss? Absolutely nothing. GameStop, slowly but surely ending up. Yeah, Ratish says, you missed nothing. Nothing. Edging. There you go. Nothing. Okay. Up a penny on SoFi. Up 333 on GameStop. we're moving higher there. We're up a penny on ATIP to 315. We're at 1165 on Sextera, up 15 cents. The Dow 555 on the downside was down over 600 about 15 minutes ago. S&P down 58 and Nasdaq down 134. Nasdaq is down again under 1%, 0.88. Nasdaq yet again is coming on. It's rebounding. S&P down 1.2. Dow's down 1.5. That's where we're at right here. Okay. What's going on here? Dana Abadal, just checking in. Cheddar Stacks. Did you buy SoFi in the 13s today? Beach Boy Cisco not doing anything. He's saying LL ATIP is green. Cheddar Stacks. I did. Dana snagged a few at 13.93. Nice job. Oh, thank you, Miss Jennifer, so much. I got my bagels with my schmia.
I think I finally have the knob at the right setting
For the
toasting of the bagel.
Well, the folks hear the crunching.
The toasting of the royal bagel.
The folks hear the crunching and they go, "Ooh, I'm getting hungry." It sounds so good, yeah.
Except for those people who, we know people who won't go to movie theaters because the sound of people eating popcorn makes them want to kill people. So they never go to a theater.
There you go. Well, there's that. So that's true.
There's probably those people who mute you right now.
Yeah.
Their fingers on the button.
Oh, they're getting ready for as soon as he bites into that, I'm muting him. I can't. I hate the smacking and everything he does. Yeah, I know. I do the best I can, but I'm hungry, man. I'm trying to eat this as fast as I can so I get back to work, man. I don't want to hear
that yogurt you had this morning at 5, it's gone.
These little tiny cups of yogurt just to kind of get me started. And I can't go anywhere. Yeah, I know. But this is wonderful.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
it smells awesome.
Good.
Jennifer, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, hear that crunch? Oh. Not on the top, but the crunch on the bottom. See, it's involved.
There's a science to this.
It's not rocket science, but there's a science.
No, it's not rocket lab science, but it's a science.
Actually, there are people who do this who figure out the exact crunch on your Cheetos or your Doritos or your bagel. Yeah, the crunchability factor.
That's true. That's true.
You could move into a new field. That you could be a tester for crunchability. What do you think? But what if they made you test food you didn't like?
Well, what if you're testing the same food every day?
I know.
I mean,
it's like the coffee,
in a lab,
the coffee testers to make sure every cup of coffee is exactly the same. I think it would be like if you're looking for a certain number in a list of numbers. After a while, your brain forgets what number you're looking for, right? It's like you've numbed it out. It's like when you say a word over and over again.
Right.
After a while, the word doesn't make sense. Yeah. My favorite is don't. I just think it's wrong. Like do not, the contraction of do not. Don't. If you see it written, it should be don't instead of don't. Yeah. That's the word that gets me all the time. So when I'm reading in a book or something and I hit the word don't, I stop. I have to stop and look at it. It interrupts the flow. Yeah. It's just a bad word.
Please don't do it.
Don't
do that. Word. Don't be doing that. Jen is a wordy. She's still ranting. We're going green here on some of our stocks. Down 500 on the Dow. Down 50 on S&P. Down 104 on the down 101 on Nasdaq. SoFi up a dime. GameStop up 437. Spire up 3. ATIP up 3.5. ME unchanged. Up a dime on Sextera to 1160. So we got some green here. Some. 1220 on Rocket Lab, down 19. Dow now down 465. Just popped 35 more points. Bagel Power. GameStop, 151.22. Matterport, down only 68 cents. Coming on. Spire up 4. ATIP up 3.5. 1220 on Rocket Lab. Go. Go. Sixtera, 1162 up 12. 38,000. Nothing on Sextera. What a morning. What a morning here. Down 427 on the Dow. Coming on. Fast. Apple, 171.15. Little recovery here. Will it run out of steam? 171.08 on Apple. Looks like it's backing up a bit again. Yep. 170.97. It's backing up again. The Nasdaq's only down 0.4 of 1%. And S&P is down 0.88. Both have cracked the 1% loss barrier. They're coming the other way, coming up. The Dow's down 1.18%. Was down 1.5 about 10 minutes ago. Interesting. This bagel is so good. Oh, man. The Dow, down 415. It's coming back. 200 points. 200-point recovery here. Nasdaq down 45 points. Nasdaq is flying. It might go green. It might. Dow's only down 380. Nasdaq down 33. Wow. SoFi up a quarter. GameStop up 675. Nice. Woohoo. Matterport down 40. Coming on, man. These stocks are coming on. Oh, boy. GameStop up 691. Up 6 on Spire. AMC's up 347, by the way, 27.92. Even AMC is moving up. IBM up 225 to 128.18. IBM. Why? 171.17 on Apple. It seems to kind of get the 171 just a little over, but then it falters here. It looks like it's running into a bit of resistance here. So 171 range. Here it is, a 171.04 now. Yeah, 171.04 on Apple. 170.96. Back under 171 again. Tesla's up 19 and a half bucks. Royal Caribbean up 260. Goldman at 383.80, going for 384, down 13.50. So it's a little better on Goldman, but not a massive recovery yet. Hit 380.82. Now 383.80. Let's call it about a $3 recovery at the moment. Okay. Cisco down 3 cents, hanging right in there. It went as low as 59.92. Now back to 60.28. Down only 3 cents on Cisco. It's coming on again. Okay. All right. Amazon only down 12 bucks. Facebook only down 21 cents. Google was at 2,835. It's now 2,851. Still down 45 bucks though. Google is lagging. Okay. Yeah, 170.90 on Apple now, backing up again. The Dow down 404, S&P down 36, NASDAQ down 30 points, 30.71 on NASDAQ, 0.2 of a percentage point, 1/5 of a percent for NASDAQ. That's it. We have come back a full point on NASDAQ, at least 150-point recovery. S&P down 0.80, the Dow down 1.14. So it's recovered about 0.35 of a percentage point roughly. A couple 100-point recovery on the Dow so far. NASDAQ just around 1/5 of a point. Oil down 228 a barrel, 70.10. 70.07 now, dropped again. Oil is dropping quickly. 3% drop on the day, 3.19% drop on oil. Good news for America. Good news for Americans, Canadians, anyone else who needs gas. Good news. Oil is dropping. Rocket Lab, 12.26, only down 13 cents. 846,000. Rocket Lab on light volume is coming back on here. SoFi up 33 to 14.60. Looking good. High of the day at 14.62 on 15.6 million. There was very little volume in the morning. Volume is picking up now at SoFi. People are getting in. GameStop up 8.74, 153.33. Matterport 21.82, up $1 now, 21.87, up $1.15 from the low, only off 23 cents. Matterport straight up shot right now is coming on here. ME up 9 cents to 7.25. Spire up 7, 3.56. ATIP up 4. Smart Rent still down, but down only 68 now. Cyxtera up 13. AMC 27.73, up 3.28. Robinhood up 35. Bank Vector's up $1.50. Home Depot down 7.18 to 3.92. IBM up 178 to 127.71. The Dow down 412. S&P down 34. NASDAQ down 13 points. NASDAQ's about to go green. It's about to turn. Apple 171.46 again, trying to go higher. 171.44, still down 78 on the day, but it has recovered from the low of 169.69 for the moment. Question is, will this be a temporary recovery for Apple and another down dip? 171.48, we'll see. 171.53 on Apple. We're down 408 on the Dow, 33 on S&P. The NASDAQ down 11.5 points, now 10.8 points, only down 10 points on NASDAQ after being off over 170 or something, over 200 maybe? I thought we were that low. We'll see. NASDAQ down 15 right now. Really coming towards the break-even line here. We'll watch. 171.42 on Apple, backing up a little bit. 171.36 on Apple. Yeah, giving up some ground. Interesting markets. NASDAQ now down 20. A little pullback. Just like other stocks, we do the same on the indexes. We're down 15 cents on Rocket Lab up to 14.60. 33-cent gain on SoFi. GameStop up $9 at 153.67. Matterport down only 23 cents now. ME up 6, Spire up 7, ATIP up a nick, Smart Rent down 68, and Cyxtera up a dime. Right on, man. Very good. Cisco 60.23 down 8, hanging right in there. Goldman Sachs is down 14.50 to 382.78. The Dow 418 on the down dip. S&P down 35. Nasdaq down 23. 171.30 on Apple. Dropped about 20 cents, 25 cents in the last couple minutes again. But now 175.38, 44. It's a battle. It's a battle royale here. That is what is going on, kids. Lots of stuff happening here. Anyway, there it is. Welcome one, welcome all. Lots of comments here. Bagel power on SoFi. Oh, she said don't. Laugh no luck. Let's see. Double the rant. First Uncle Bruce, then Uncle Auntie Jen. I'm up 104%, says Bama Babe, on Cyxtera. January 10 call options. Just sit there and enjoy it. They're going higher. I'm a grown man. If someone asks, do you not understand? I still have no clue how to respond. Good job, Bama Babe, says Rudy. I'm still down on my Cyxtera January calls. I bought them for $199. Cheddar Stack Cyxtera, 750s for January 23 over here, and I had them for a while, and they're rocking all the way. SoFi going back up a bit. This is why you buy way in the money calls. Like you buy in the money calls way out, because when a stock begins its move, you instantly get a reward. You get this up reward right now. You don't have to wait for the stock to catch up to you because you bought out of the money calls, even if they're way out. That's the difference. We're down 13.70 now on Goldman. We're coming back on a bit. Cisco just went green, 60.36, just went up 4 cents. 12.23 on Rocket Lab, down 16.17. SoFi 14.55 up 28. We're up $11.50 on GameStop, pushing 156 now on GameStop. That's making everybody richer. Maybe 160.65s might be written for this afternoon. We'll see. Matterport down 28. At 21.82 now. ME up 2. We're up 9 on Spire. We're up 5.5 on ATIP now. Cyxtera still up a dime. Very good market there on a bunch of our stocks. We've got the Dow now down only 335. It's coming on again. S&P down 24, and Nasdaq is up 5 points. Nasdaq is green. 171.83 on Apple, still down 38 cents on the day, though. All right. New high in SoFi wants to go higher. Matterport graph looking like a climber to the end today. So glad I bought back my covered call I wrote for AMC this morning when it was at 24.68. Bama Babe, congrats. I'll send you my celebrations. I'm too scared of Nick to do it in person. Let's see. Beach Boy, what did Bama Babe do? Well, she's long Cyxtera calls, and they're doing great. Bama, should I hold these Cyxtera options through December and go ahead and take profits? Wait. Just wait. Yeah, wait. Yeah, more volume coming on Matterport. Trying to join the party. SoFi new high. You won't go too poor taking profits. It's true, but I think you're going to go higher here. Let's see. Rudy, Cyxtera, $10 calls January are trading for 173 with the stock at 1160. It's ridiculous. The lack of premium here, all of 10 cents. Sheesh. Matterport will go green today, says Delahode. Cheddar, if we go into a few weeks of just sideways trading, the IB will crush contracts. Bama Babe, I'm a Gator guy. Y'all go SoFi, says Dana. Come on, Bagel Power, says Scott. Cheddar, SoFi 14s are ripping. We're coming back from our last lost souls at 15. Stop selling tech, you boomers. What do you think's going on with AMC? I don't know. Hey, Bruce, I'm looking at some covered calls a month away for GameStop. Do you have any recommendations? Covered calls a month away. Yeah, I don't know, 170s, 75s. I don't know for sure. SoFi 450, 1455 up 27. We were at 1460. We're looking good on SoFi. Matterport down 13 cents now, 21.97 on Matterport. Huge recovery here, and it's coming on. ME up 8, Spire up a dime again, and ATIP up 5.5. Smart Rent down 61, Sixtera up 9 cents. What a run on these stocks. Big recovery. The Dow down 328, S&P down 22, NASDAQ up 17 points, now up 18 points. Apple 171.92, down 32 cents on Apple. Trying to recover. It's 171.93 on Apple. That's where we're at. Okay. AMC, let's go, says Jennifer. Rudy, Bama Babe, the premium is so low, there is no time value. And come January, we expect and hope some of the SPAC stocks to go higher. At 104% profit in this market, I'd cash in half my calls. That's just me, though. Michael says, I can't believe I missed out on SoFi under 14. AMC, looking at the moonshot, so I short here, laughing out loud. Bill Coint, 152 on GameStop. It's now 155, up 10. Michael, if I wasn't in the damn office, I could have had it. Let's see here. There might be something to this. Quit your job talk, says Michael. Let's see. Drew, my Matterport rollover went through, moved out of July 40s into July 25s, bought in 249. Is this the way to make the market my batch? Might be. Drew, it might be. I am from Pennsylvania originally, says Dana. Ratish, hey, Bilbus, what a coincidence. Adam, so is it typically in late December when a majority of retail investors reposition their portfolios to align with their tax scenarios, or is that an all-year kind of thing too? It's not just for retail investors, it's for all investors. It can be institutions as well. It can be companies that own investments. They're all doing their year-end tax planning here. This is what December is all about. Beach Boy, GameStop is back after Uncle Bruce rant, and on that, videos last night. GMC is so weird, GameStop. Let's see. This kangaroo market's giving me motion sickness, says Sean. I had a 155 expiring today. Might be testing the rollover method soon here. 153.94, up 9.35 on GameStop. We're only down 16 cents on Matterport, 21.94. Make that 21.98 down 12 cents. Matterport's going up. ME up 6. Spire up 13. ATIP up 6. Sixtera still up a dime. Smart Rent's down, still down 62. Rocket Lab down 16 cents. SoFi up 23 to 14.50. GameStop up 8.87 to 153.46. Matterport down 15 cents. Right here, right now. New high on SoFi. That was earlier. Yeah, Matterport, I need 22.50. Bruce just joined. What's going on today? Why is everything going up? More buyers and sellers. They're coming around. They're coming in here. We're up 33 on the NASDAQ. There's nothing to see here. There's no blood on the streets here. We're good. Down 18 on S&P. Down 323 on the down. We're coming on. Interesting. All right. SoFi, John says, keeps pushing the high of the day. Penny here, Penny Taylor wants to run. Let's go. Thank goodness I didn't sell my SoFi calls yet. There you go. This is another Santa squeeze, another Santa, tease. I'm starting to think Santa isn't real. I still believe that's all I have left in the moment. What's going on? It's had a massive U-turn in 15 minutes. Best way to spread Christmas cheer is for the stock market to go up. There you go. Might be some of that bagel magic over there. Bruce, can you say Alabama real quick? Just want to see if you can say Alabama real quick. Alabama. GameStop keep punching up. Okay. To be fair, I bought in the money calls and they fell way out of the money, says John. GameStop doing GameStop things again. 840 gain, 152.99. Matterport down 8 cents. Now it's coming back. We're up 15 on Spire, 364. Any news? We're way up. What's going on? Hey, Uncle Bruce, I need to roll over my GameStop 155 for today. What should I do? Look at for my target. What should I do here? Well, 152.83. So, right now you keep an eye on this thing. If it backs off enough, you can make a move here. By the way, Apple's positive now. 172.64 up 38 cents on the morning at the moment. So that's what Apple is doing. GameStop 152.99 last trade, 153.20 here. Let's take a look at contracts. Now, my contracts are a little behind here. What are you talking about here? You're talking about 155s expiring today. Okay. Yeah, they're 116 to 167 bid ask. No, 167 198. 167 to 198, last 176. So they're falling. So, I don't know what you sold these for, but, 153 on the stock. So I'd be looking to get them back. But you're going to do a rollover into maybe next week contracts that expire Thursday. I don't know. You may want to do that. You may want to wait till Monday morning and wait till then. Beach Boy, Bama Babe, a good one. Are you cashed out yet? Is Beach Boy writing any calls today? Who cares? Wants to know. Cheddar Stacks, I bought Disney 150s again. This is not advice or recommendation. Just letting you in that your Cheddars. No, it's up 20% already this morning. Got 150s for December 31. Okay. You know what? I got some excellent stink bids on Goldman Sachs. More poor man covered calls. Here we go, says Alexander. There you go. Beach Boy, who cares? Sorry, not possible in my platforms due to the time difference. Monday to Thursdays only. Mallow, seems like that rumored Christmas rally might be true. I hope it is. I'm tired of all the red. I came across one interesting YouTube video about SoFi. Search for SoFi stock. This stock could change your life. After seeing it, I bought 5,000 SoFi, says Nick. Drew, GameStop, February 200s. Are those a good write? It depends on your situation. You gotta decide for yourself if you want to take that kind of a trade. February 200s are showing on my machine 1535 to 1645 a share, and we're talking about 2 months. So for 2 months, you can take a share of that return as long as those shares stay under. And of course, you're out of the money comfortably. Get the money now. And, if they drop by half or 3/4 between now and a month from now, nice return on your money. Nice going. John says Spire's up 15. We're now up on Spire 16. 365. We're up 8 on ATIP. ME up 12. Matterport down 6 cents. GameStop up 9.26. SoFi up 31 to 14.58. Rocket Lab down 14. Bama Bay Beach. I am just holding. Sextera is going higher into the new year. I need all I can get to offset my ATIP and Spire options in January. So let's see. What else? John thinks it's going to 15. Thinks SoFi's going to 15 today, 14.59. Here you go. SoFi, Cheddar says, if SoFi crosses 15, Matterport crosses 22.50, and Disney 150, I will quit your jobs. How about that? Nick, I am writing options, taking advantage of the green to make them red. I'm writing options, taking advantage of the green to make them red. I smell wet perma bears. Is this a bull trap, Bruce? And I think Nick is writing calls against the SoFi he just bought. I'm guessing that's what he's doing. I'm not 100% sure. Where are we at now? GameStop, 153.48, up 8.88 right now. And we've got Apple right now, 172.17. It's down 9 again. Apple's gone negative. The Dow right now is down 318. S&P down 18. And NASDAQ is up 33 points. Mixed market. We're up 0.22% on NASDAQ, down 0.41 on S&P, and we're down 0.89 on Dow. It's a nothing burger. We don't have a bad market here, not a bloodbath or anything like that. Rotation, though, is the name of the game. We're green on Matterport, 22.19. Green on Matterport, kids. The low, 20.72. Now 22.17. Wow, what a turnaround. That is serious. That is a real lovely $1.40. Is that a $1.40 better? Yeah, $1.40 turnaround. Lovely on Matterport. 2.1 million. All right. Let's see here. Yay, Matterport is green, says Jennifer. You betcha, guys. The Dow is down 311. S&P down 17, and NASDAQ climbing up 44. GameStop 152.71, up 8.25, and on Apple right now 172.46. We are up 18 cents on Apple. at the moment. Apple is not leading the market; it's being dragged along with the market. Apple is showing weakness, not strength, and it's set 172.44. It's up to 18 cents. That can turn around very quickly to go negative if the market falters. But the Dow is now down only 290, and S&P down 16, and the Nasdaq is up 49. So at the moment, the markets are climbing. The question is, how much of a climb back will we get before we have a bit of a pause? And in that pause, could Apple drop $3-4 a share? That's the question. Let's see. Matterport Green. I told you, says Delahote. 22.16, up 6. ME up 12, 17-cent gain on Spire, 7.5 on ATIP, 38-cent gain on SoFi, 14.64. Chino, 13,000 contracts, $15 strike SoFi today. They will keep it under 15, says Chino. That's what I was thinking. Some insane turnarounds. People went shopping today, says J-Mac. Cheddar, I don't know. This stinks to me. It smells like a bear. Well, let's see what happens. We're here. We're watching. We're not going anywhere. Smart Rent down only 46 cents. It's coming on right now. Cyxtera up 7 cents. And IBM still holding a $2 gain to 127.98. Microsoft down 250. Apple up 22 to 172.48 to 172.60. The Dow down 285. S&P down 13.6. Nasdaq up 57 points. Got a 350 gain, 359 gain on Royal Caribbean. Goldman 383 down 14.37. Cisco down 7 cents to 60.24 right there. Okay. Amazon is up $11. Facebook up $1. Google only down 23. These have come back a lot. They have really come back. Rocket Lab down 8 cents. 12.31. It's going for the green. SoFi is green at 14.62. GameStop green up 9.15. Matterport green up 15. ME up green higher up 23. Spire up 17. ATIP up 7. And Cyxtera up 7. Only Smart Rent down 51 cents right now, still being held back. All right, our SPACs are improving. Rocket Lab down only 7 now. Right on. I'm up 200% on a Matterport call, says Delahold. Let's see. Nice Delahold. Rocket Lab trying to go green. So close. Down only 4. It's coming on. What else? The rally is not sustainable, says Nick S. He doesn't think so. Apple just went negative. 172.21. There you go. The Dow down 299, S&P down 15, Nasdaq holding a 50-point gain. Rocket Lab down 4, SoFi up 39, GameStop up 9, Matterport up 23 cents now, 22.33. ME up 24, Spire up 17, ATIP up 7 cents. Up 6 and Cyxtera, down 51 on Smart Rent. There you are. Markets are topping a bit here. Let's see if we are going to back up a little bit or not. Do we have a temporary pullback again coming in here? We'll keep an eye on this. Let's see. JMac. Bruce, with the market moving, what are your thoughts on Goldman Sachs sitting at 3.5% down? I find unusual, particularly as rates should help their bottom line somewhat. Yeah, I think that I wouldn't be surprised if Goldman has a bit of a rally, as the day goes on. It'll all kind of even out. It'll all work itself out. By the way, Matterport now up 39 cents, looking real good. SoFi up 39, Matterport up 39, ME up 23. Nice. Dow still down 319, a little lower. S&P down 16, and the Nasdaq up 51. Apple down 4 cents, 172.21 right now. That's where we got it. Okay, these pretzels are making me thirsty. Nick, you can't say that, though. Everything's been hammered. This isn't really a rally. It would be at the beginning if it is. Laugh out loud, red paper cup. Never listen to a bear. We'll see. Nick's got a point. It's unsustainable. We can't just have a 600-point Dow drop and then go up right away. We have to have fluctuations. We're down 317 on the Dow after getting within 280 of it. But again, this is natural. This is normal. 15-point drop on S&P. Nasdaq still holding 52-point gain, but it's kind of topped here for a bit. Apple, 172.33, right at the break-even line. It's up 6 cents. It's just hovering around the break-even. The question is, will buying come in, fresh buying, fresh money into Apple, or is Apple being used as a cash cow to cover other bets because it's done so well? Is Apple destined for 160.65 before it really has another run higher? That wouldn't be unusual. But today, no, I'm not saying it has to happen today, but one never knows. SoFi up 42 cents to 14.69. GameStop up 9.53. Matterport up 33. ME up 21. 8-cent gain on ATIP. 16-cent gain on Spire. 9 cents on Sextera. Was still down 52 on SmartRent. Down 4 on Rocket Lab. Lots going on. Flesh infection. Cheddar stacks. Agreed. Cheddar. Matterport 2250 is about to break to be back in play. Holy macaroni. Matterport 2244 up 34. Apple down a nickel. I have made a $600 profit per call option. I would have made a $600 per call if I held 2 to 3 hours and back on GameStop. A bear talked me out of it at 200 back when I traded on emotions. SoFi, new high. Right now, 14.70 up 42. Yeah. GameStop up 8.91. Matterport up 33 to 22.44. Okay. Didn't I mention it that we need a soft dip after the next peak? Normally there was one after Bruce was gone for a while. Bill, Citadel, Blackstone allow remote work again as Omicron rages. Wondering if there'll be layoffs. Cheddar, we will see. That's exactly right. We're down 34 cents on Apple. We're going negative again. The Dow is down 341, falling. S&P down 20, falling. NASDAQ up 30, but backing off. And Apple right now is not leading the upside. It's leading the downside. We're down 29 on Apple, 171.97. Alrighty, that is what's going on here. We got a 42-cent gain on SoFi. 9.30 on GameStop, 40 cent on Matterport at 22.50. Back at the money on the Matterport contracts, 22.50. Very good, very good. Spire's backing up a bit. It's still up 12.5 cents, and ATIP is backing off a bit. It's up 8. It's now up 6 instead of up 8. Sextera just went negative, down 2 cents. But we're positive again on AMC with a 410 gain. That's popped up again, 28.55, the high of 28.77 on AMC, volume 45.9 million. 28.59 right now on AMC. Robinhood up 34 cents, 18.48. That's the best it can muster at this point. Vanik up 126. Home Depot down 8.40. IBM up 223 to 128.16. Microsoft down $3. Apple now down 18 cents. As they're backing up a bit here. Other tech stocks, let's see. First of all, Goldman's down 14 to 14.60 to 382, but Amazon is now only up 4.58. Facebook up 95 cents. Google's now down 30, dropped $10 again. So we got the FANG stocks backing off again. We'll see how much this affects the Nasdaq. It's up 41 points right now. The Dow down 325 at this point. And Matterport, 22.56, above the 22.50 level on Matterport. Again, very interesting developments, very interesting trading. Okay. $19 million traded on SoFi, a green day on $35 million traded would be really good. And let's see. Let's go. Yeah, Dave the Mac guy. You know, Apple is such a blue chip that it's become the canary in the coal mine against the market direction. People put cash into Apple when they want to play it safe and cash out to take opportunities. Kevin, my Matterport 2250 puts might come down to the wire. I am probably getting assigned on the 25s, though. He's happy. Let's see. Cheddar, we'll see what. Thank y'all. I think y'all misunderstand. You say we can't keep going up. Maybe it draws back and consolidates, but we could go up all week next week. He meant this movement up this morning. I'm exactly. We're talking about today. 172.15 on Apple, down 11. The Dow down 330. S&P down 18.8, and NASDAQ down is now up 36. Oil down 147 to 70.91. A little recovery on oil, just a little. Interesting stuff. Interesting morning. Thank you all for being here. Thank you also for thumbs ups today. 269 thumbs ups. Appreciate those. If you're able to throw a thumbs up our way, that would be great. We love getting those. Help us out with some momentum with YouTube. Let's see. Any more comments? No, I'm up to speed on all these comments here. Okay, very good. And GameStop climbing again, 155 here, roughly. Let's see. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Oh, by the way, if any of you are interested in having a one-on-one session with me, send me a private email. We have Saturday and Sunday, some openings for Saturday and Sunday. And next week, the week after this week, I will be doing one-on-ones for Sunday only. That's the 26th of December, not the 25th. The 26th only. If you are interested, I've got a couple available there. Just to give you a heads up, okay? Alrighty. And Apple now up 6 cents, and GameStop up 10.19 to 154.78. All right. NASDAQ still holding a 47-point gain. Dow's down 308, 309 approximately. Okay. Rocket Lab is green, says anti-PC. Was for a moment there, trying to do it. All right, now down a penny. Doing a lot better than this morning, that's for sure. 22.52 on Matterport, up 42. We're up 23 on ME to 739. We're up 14 again on Spire, 363. We're up 4.5 on ATIP. We're down a nickel on Sixtero, and we're down 52 on SmartRent right now. Down 1 penny on Rocket Lab, 1238. And we've got the Dow now down 298 coming on again. Apple up 27 cents to 172.50 right now. S&P down 15 and NASDAQ up 51 points. Apple now up 16 cents. It just seems to get to that break-even line and kind of hangs around there. Doesn't want to have much upward mobility. Then it quickly backs off. Then it breaks even. It backs off. I'm wondering if Apple will be the leader if there's a down dip this aft. Do we get some selling coming in here? Will Apple charge its way down to 168, 167 or something like that? I don't know. It just doesn't look like it wants. It doesn't look to me like it wants to go crazily, but the market is the market, kids. That's it. That's the deal. Down 293 on the Dow, down 12 on S&P, up 62 now on NASDAQ. A little improvement there, okay? Okay. Rodrigo, how you doing there, buddy? Thoughts on target price to pick up 600 more Spire? I was eyeing 3.5, but 360 doesn't seem bad either. Need to get to 2,000 total. Spire, 362.9 cents is where it's at here. It's up 13.9 cents, but it is down on the week and in the last month substantially. This won't last much longer, in my opinion, because we're coming out of tax loss selling. If anyone was using this to lock in losses, they've already stopped today. It's already recovered. 320 now on ATIP, up 6. Okay, 2264 in Matterport, up 54. Looks like we're going higher. 2262 looks like the high of the day on Matterport now. Looks like it. 2.4 million. GameStop up 11 and a quarter, 155.84. SoFi 1474, up 47 now, 77, 1477 high today on SoFi. 19.67 million high of the day. Rocket Lab up 6 cents, 1245, 984,000. Rocket Lab has gone green. So we're green on Rocket Lab, SoFi, GameStop, Matterport, ME, Spire, ATIP. Only Sextera down 4 cents and SmartRent down 49 are in the red. AMC is now up $5, 29.46 a share. Robinhood up 61 cents. Vanek up 324. Home Depot still down 748. IBM up 235. The Dow is down only 237. Improving again. Microsoft down 112. Apple up $1 to 173.28. A little recovery here. Tesla is up 31.92. Bed Bath Beyond up 48, BlackBerry up 45, Royal Caribbean up 4.11. Goldman down 13 at 384.06, 13.30. Cisco down 7 cents to 60.24, but it's coming on right now. A little rally here. And Amazon is up 29, Facebook up $1.20, and Google down 16. It's coming on too, quite nicely. Target just went positive. It's up 44 cents. JP Morgan is moving higher. Costco is positive, 239. Nvidia up 439. Disney 149.18. What else? Okay, Micron up 13. Intel up 12 cents. We got upward movement going on here. We're up a nickel on Rocket Lab now to 12.44. Okay. The Dow down 248. Best level of the day practically on the Dow now. S&P down 3 points, 3.4 points on the S&P. What a recovery. NASDAQ up 100 points. We've got a green day on our way if this keeps going the way it is going. Oil down 143 to 70.95. All righty. New high today coming on SoFi. Rocket Lab moving. I write a 165 covered call on GameStop for next week, and naturally, it starts climbing again. Well, 156, make it go up there. Tell it to come get you. Rocket Lab is green, says Auntie Nick. Not bear, just opportunist. I make money going long, short, buying calls, selling calls, buying, selling puts, whatever make me reach my goal. You have to manage your money yourself. No one going to do it for you. Exactly, Nick. You got it, buddy. That's what you got to do. You're on it. Runner, says Cheddar. Sean, does writing cover call bring down your cost basis automatically, or is that something you'll have to calculate separately? You can calculate separately or ignore it altogether. You can look at it as just a way to bring in money. I wouldn't bother looking at cost bases and all that kind of stuff. Let your accountant figure that out for you. Just make money on writing calls. Just make money. So we are clear. I called SoFi going to 15 today. I can feel it, says John. I said it first, says John. 14.69. Anyway, I wish I bought more SoFi at 14. Testy, come on, SoFi, break 50 today, and we'll have a very, very happy Christmas. Dave, the Mac guy. Sean, depends on the broker. It must be, but most don't, and you'll have to track it separately for cost basis. Yeah, 14,300 wall for SoFi at 15. Cheddar Stack, that's a very small wall. Yeah. 14.3 it isn't much of a wall, more like a speed bump, and it's much more than that. My trader shows 70,000 at 15. You noobs, the whole summer. It's just only your broker. Okay. At BW, sounds like things aren't going to be very good for Rivian for the next 1.5 years. Capital spending on the building out, probably a hood-like slide next 4 quarters. No product, just fluff. So wait for pre-IPO pricing. Okay. VW. Hey, Nick, just shorting it. Let's see. Kent, I'm waiting at the DMV. My kid is 15 and a half today and taking his permit test. Go stocks. We'll have another car payment for 6 months. There you go. Right on. Pick knows the covered call changes your cost average, but I ignore it and I look at my positions at the leg level instead of top or spread level. Good luck, Kent's kid. Apple backing off again. 172.87, still up 62 cents, but it is backing off. Damn it, Jim. I track my cost base so I know when my shares are paid off and nothing but profit. Yeah, okay. Whatever turns you on. GameStop up 10.58, 155.17. Rocket Lab up a penny. The Dow is down 267, and the S&P down 7, and NASDAQ up 82. So we're a little lower in the last few minutes, but looking good compared to this morning. I'll tell you that. Looking very good. We're up 15 on Spire. We're still at 22.33 on Matterport, a little lower. Down 13 on Sextera, and Smart Rent down 62. A little resistance coming in there. Still up a penny on Rocket Lab at this time. 283 down, dip on the Dow, little lower, but not by a ton. Apple up 60 cents, 172, up 66, up 172.90. 172.90 on Apple, up 66 cents right now. Here you go. Lots of fun in this market. Man, lots going on here today. Yep. Watching all kinds of headlines go through, and this trading activity. +3 on Rocket Lab now. Thank you. Fractional gains everywhere else, hanging in there. And Goldman down 13.42, not climbing with the Dow. The market coming back up dramatically, and the Goldman is not participating. That's interesting, considering rates are going to be higher next year. What's wrong with this stock? I don't understand it. The Cisco up 6 cents now to 60.36. Cisco has turned the corner. The high today, 60.49 is the high today on Cisco today. So it's turned green again, coming back on. Okay. Amazon still up $11. Facebook up $1, but Google down $13. Okay. Up 11 on GameStop, 155.70. Okay. Rock and roll, 172.98 on Apple, 172.94, up 68 cents. It's positive, but not that positive. Not 173.04. Just went through 173 on Apple, though. Up 81. The Dow down 279. S&P down 543. NASDAQ up 81. That's what we have. Ritesh, I think Apple's going to make Nick rich. Well, he's shorting. He shorted it today, so see. 173.03. $173.01 on Apple, up 80 cents. It's not taking off, but it has gone the other direction. It was as low as 169.69, now 173.08 on Apple. Okay, there you have it. Rocket Lab up 4. And SoFi 14.68. Yeah, we're battling here. We're battling. Okay. Della holds Spire calls at 3 for 65 cents, expiring Jan 22. Isn't that good? Spire, $3 Spires for 60. Yeah, that's a steal. That's like nothing. That's free. Yeah, those contracts are no charge. BW Kent tell the BV you're a big wig options trader, and you need them to move your kiddo along real quick. Tell lady behind the counter, don't you understand? This is quadruple witching day. Move it, lady. Oh my goodness. I don't think that's a good idea. Again, don't do it. Buy a salvaged car, Copart, auto auctions. Coyote, looking forward to that time decay next week. Oh man, yeah, I hear you there, buddy. Oh boy, trying to get people into trouble at the DMV. It's come to this. It's just come down to this. What can I say? Oh man, the Dow hanging on at negative 272. S&P 597 drop. 83-point gain on NASDAQ. That's where we're at right here, right now. Oh man. Okay. Fun stuff, kids. Thank you. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for the 285 thumbs ups. 285. 15 away from 300. Can you help me out and get me over 300 thumbs ups on this show? Hit that like button if you don't mind. If you're happy with how the market has turned for you, hit the thumbs up button for me. If you're happy that GameStop is up $10 a share and you're sitting on a bunch of it, hit that thumbs up button for me. If you like how SoFi went green and Matterport went green and ME went green and Spire went green and ATIP went green, hit that thumbs up button for my channel. Give it some momentum. Get the folks on YouTube to come and watch me. We're up at 301 thumbs ups now. Thank you, everybody. Keep them coming. 306. Here they come right now. 306 thumbs ups. Thank you, everyone, for your support and your expressions of positivity to YouTube. 312 thumbs ups, telling YouTube, hey, these guys over at this channel, they have a good time over there. There's a bunch of people making money over there. You should send people over there. There's a lot of folks losing money in the market. Why don't you send those losers over to this winner? Have these folks become winners. And let's go. Let's go. 322, 325 thumbs ups. Look at that. We just added 40 from 285 to 325 in 5 minutes. Thank you all very much. We're up 6 cents on Rocket Lab. We're green. We're up 37 on SoFi. We're green. We're up 10.90 on GameStop. We're green. Matterport up 16. ME up a dime. Spire up 14. ATIP up 9.5. Green all over the place there. The only red we have is Smart Rent in Sixtera. They're not that red. It's looking better. How about that IBM up 222? Wow. Apple up 59. 172. What is that? 50, 85. What's that? 85 or so? Tesla up 24. Royal Caribbean up $4. Goldman down 13.96 with 383.41. Cisco up 4 cents to $60.35. There you go. 334 thumbs ups. Thank you. 49 thumbs ups in 8 minutes. It's pretty cool. Thank you, everybody, for helping us out. That's beautiful. We love you for that. We do enjoy it. We do appreciate it. Let's go. Thumbs up, says Larry. Yeah, man. I have enough dry powder, says Nick. 307, Daniel. 307 thumbs ups here. When AMC accrues past a 20% gain today, I gave up on market logic. That's a shaky fry one. Right on. Where are we at now here? Okay. And there we go. We're up a nickel on Rocket Lab. And holding a 980 gain on GameStop. Down 303 on the Dow. Little dip here. Now down 295. S&P down 10. NASDAQ up 65 points at the moment. That's where we're at. Apple is up 56 cents at 172.79. Just broke down under 173 again. That was the high, though. We did hit the high on Apple a few minutes back at 173.47, high of the day. Now 172.91. So looks like a 50-cent drop plus since the high here about 10 minutes ago, 12 minutes ago. Okay. Thank you for the 339 thumbs up. Thank you for 340 thumbs ups. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Austin, you can log back off. It's all good here. No, you got nothing to see. 172.84 on Apple, up 58 cents. The Dow down 289, and the S&P down 955. NASDAQ up 74 right there. Okay. Oh, boy. Oh, gosh, this guy's tired. Thank you, 452 viewers. Those of you who are here, appreciate it. Thank you for those of you who are checking out my classes on my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. Thanks for checking those out and learning how to write options. This is what it's about here. Learning how to do this in any kind of market, you can make money. It doesn't matter. Does not matter. We had some big turnarounds today on some of our stocks. Real good turnarounds. And we've got the Dow down 281 after it was down 620. S&P is down 790 after we down 60 or 70 points. NASDAQ was down 220. It's up 81. Big turnaround. Big. Really good. Oil, 71.20. 71.20 down 118 on oil. Okay. Cam is saying, you know what? I took both the buying calls and writing calls classes. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. When buying calls, you kind of feel like you're at the mercy of demand. Writing calls, you feel like demand. Yeah, that's right. You are the casino. You call the shots. I love it. Nice going, Cam. Thanks for those kind words, and I'm glad you got something out of that. That's beautiful. Nice going. I wonder what sparked the turnaround. Asks Coyote. I thought after the Fed talk Wednesday that Thursday was going to see a green rally and that Friday would be boring. So far, it's been the opposite. Nelson Uncle was. I'm buying some classes this weekend. I can't wait. Right on, man. Each one is about 2 hours long, so give yourself some time. They're worth it. I think they're worth it. Viewers tell me all the time. Best move I ever made was watching your classes, learning how to write options. I had no idea this existed. I didn't know how it worked. I was always told that options were really risky. I was told that you could lose all your money. Don't go near this stuff. And now you're figuring out, holy moly, I can make a living doing this. I can actually make enough money. I can quit a part-time job, or I can go from a full-time to a part-time job. I mean, I can really change my life. Some of you have quit jobs entirely because you have enough in your portfolio to write enough call options that you don't need to work anymore. I mean, this is really cool. We're up 7, by the way, on Rocket Lab. I love seeing that. I love hearing comments like this. It is so, so inspiring. I just love it. Midnight Adventure Lesson 1 was totally worth it. Going to watch Lesson 2 next. Check for it. Right on, Midnight. Goody. Well, some of those things are valid for buying options. There's also few people who talk about being a writer. Auntie, they're talking about buying calls and puts. Yeah. And the thing is, you got to remember, those of you who are in this game of the markets, for every 10 people that are in the options market, I'll bet you only one of them writes options. It might even be, 1 in 100 or 2 or 3 out of 100 that actually write call options. It is a very small minority that write options. And you folks who are figuring it out are absolutely bringing in some cash that you never would have thought of bringing in before. I love it. I will do another one-on-one with you in the new year once my portfolio dust settles, says Nelson. Right on, buddy. Let's go, says Uncle Bruce. I wrote 150, 4.5 premium calls for expiry today. GameStop on at 142, when to roll and for how far out. So I wrote, I'm not sure what you're exactly doing here. This is code. 153.90 is the stock. And you got a $4.50 premium on 150s. Is that what you're trying to tell me right now? I'm kind of confused here. Price right now is $7 to buy them back. Let's see here. Let's take a look at this. 153.36 on Matterport, on GameStop right now. 153.36. See if I can get the option chain to pop up here. Here it goes. And you've got. I'm assuming the expiry today. You said 150s. I think you said. So 720 to 8, and they're worth right now 336. So you're going to wait till this afternoon, because this stock sits at 151, 153. These contracts are coming down to $1 to $3. Now, you might be able to buy them back and make money on this deal. I don't know what you sold them for. I'm not sure what you did here. Again, I don't understand what this 142 means. I have no idea what you're talking about here. Anyway, the 150s are worth 277 right now. That's what they're worth. That's all, because they die this afternoon. So they will continue to depreciate quickly here. 150s, 720 to 8 is what I'm showing, but I'm behind the time frame by 15 minutes, and 690 bid now I'm showing. So they're going to back up. So sit tight and get ready to buy super cheap, I hope, because you're 152, 153 here. If they bought back off to 150 this afternoon, you might get them back for 50 cents. You can't possibly be losing money on that. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Is anyone else writing Matterport calls today? I think he is wrong in 150 strike a GameStop for 450. I think he wrote. I think Coyote's saying wrote. He wrote a 150 for 450, right? And he wants to roll it. Well, he will be able to do that. They're only worth $3, so 360. So just hang tough right till the end here, last hour. I think he got. Rob says I think he had 450 for him when he sold them at 142 stock price. Stock price now $8 more, so they're probably worth more than he sold them for. I get you there. But if they're 150s, he could still make money on this deal. Exactly right. The stock, even though the stock's gone up, this is the beauty about being a writer of out of the money call contracts. When he wrote them, they were out of the money. Now they're in the money, but he's still up. He's up about $1 right now in actual reality because the book value is only 364. So, if this stock backs off to 150, 149, with an hour to go, those calls will trade at 75 cents, 50 cents. He can buy back a score. Yeah, just sit tight. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. So roll at the end of the day or wait. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to roll them. You're just going to buy them back and score the money. You don't have to immediately write something else. Buy them back at a cheap price. And just sit on them and then wait till Monday to write new ones if you want. Rob is saying the same thing. I'd wait till the afternoon at least. If we get a big spike, then roll. If not, just hold off. If we finish at 150, 450 and lower, you're making money. I want to write contracts, but I'm still bullish, and stocks are currently under 20. Matterport, what do you recommend? Yeah, I'd wait for them to go over 20. Gary, let's go. If it's in the money, if it dips to say 148, 30 minutes to go, buy it back. Rob, time depreciates will kill it by midday if it sticks around here. Absolutely. Might be able to buy it for like 150, takes a dip, or just wait for it to expire. If the stock goes to 148, to let it expire, worthless. Buy back and then wait. Yeah, Apple just dropped. We've got Apple now at 171.67, down 59 cents. We have the Dow now down 357, going lower. S&P down 25. Nasdaq only up 13 points. We're backing off. You can make money still, says Coyote. Thanks, guys. Put in a stink bid and just monitor. Yeah, I mean, you could put in a stink bid for like $1.05. If they touch $1.05 and you get them, great. Thank you. Now the stock's 153. You're going to need the stock to dip to 150. But that can happen in 3 minutes on GameStop. Yeah, I'd put in a stink bid of like $1.05 or 52 cents if you want to really get greedy in case they drop that much. And they're not going to hold a drop of water, these contracts, in the next few hours. They're going to only trade at book value and little over that. 150s right now, 565 bid. I mean, yeah, these are backing off. Coyote, as a writer, you'll be okay. If it goes up, you can roll into next week. Cash in on that premium in time. If it dips out of the money, you can buy back and profit. You're in a win-win scenario right now. That's right, Rob. Stink bid means you also have an open door. So if it runs and you want to roll over, you can do it quicker by just changing the price to buy. Exactly. If you have a buy order in there at 51 cents and all of a sudden the stock runs on you and you need to buy it back at 622 or 625, you can just change the price from 51 to 625 and just buy them back right there to rehit that order. Boom, you've written everything up already in advance on a stink bid. Exactly. Coyote, the buyer does not have any options but for it to stay in the money and pray. Exactly. The guy who's long is the risk taker here. 153.05 on GameStop. Right now, we're looking at the Dow down 378. S&P down 27, NASDAQ up only 5 points. We've backed off quickly here. That would tell me Apple is also backing off. 171.52, down 75 cents. Apple is coming off. Shaky fry one. But I have ants in my pants, Uncle Bruce. Level. I'll wait to see $20. Thanks. Apple 171.53, Matterport 22.10 unchanged, SoFi 14.68 up 41, Cisco 60.04 down 28 cents. Goldman 382.44 down 14.93. The Dow backing up, down 382 now, and we have S&P down 28 and Nasdaq down 0.53. We're going red. There you have it. This has been a great exercise in managing your written calls, actually. It has been. It really has been a great exercise in managing your written calls. It's what you got to learn. You have to just get used to this. You have to become familiar with how options react, depending on how quickly as they're depreciating, how far in or out of the money they are. Absolutely, it's an education, kids, and taking the courses is step one. Taking these classes is step one. You have to invest in this. You got to give yourself some time to invest in this. These classes are incredibly important for you. And then hang around here for a while, watch how others are doing stuff. You'll begin to figure out what these terms mean as we talk about them all the time. Watching the classes and then watching me and watching the classes and watching me going, oh, that's what he did. That's what he said. That's what he means by that. I get it now. It's all coming clear to me now. That's the deal. And staying calm, yes. What are your thoughts on Kindle? I have no thoughts. Kent says he passed his driver's test, his learners. Woohoo! The kid can be taught. That's fantastic. Congratulations. Congratulations to the new young driver. I'll look both ways before I cross the street. Fantastic. That's awesome. Rocket Lab unchanged. SoFi up 40. GameStop up 878, 153.37. Matterport down 8 cents. ME up 6. Spire up 13.5. ATIP up 8. SmartRent down 76. Xterra down 20. We're backing off a little on these markets. IBM up 196. The Dow down 393. S&P down 28. NASDAQ up 1.5. Microsoft down 343. Apple down 63 cents to 171.63 now. So we're backing off. Apple 171.60 down 66 cents. Tesla up 21.50. Royal Caribbean up 429. Goldman up down 14.39 at 382.98. Cisco down 31 cents even at $60 on the nose. Amazon down $4.70. Facebook down 80 cents. Google down $27. So the back off has begun. We are backing up a little bit again. We'll see how far, how deep. And John Bickman says, nice. Gowdy Kent, now you can send him on errands. Rob, woohoo, now get him on autopilot Tesla. How much do I trust people, says Red Solo Cup. I look both ways when crossing a one-way street. Karim, call just watch class number 2 for writing calls, or must you start off with number 1? You can start off with number 2, and any order you want, you'll be fine. Want to start with number 2? Start with number 2. Yeah, go from there. Up to you. License to drive VW. Time to get them a VW Cabriolet and become friends with Corey Feldman. Right on. 152.92 on GameStop. Under 153 again. Up 840 on the day. Okay. Interesting how this market is jumping around. We're down 404 now on the Dow. We're down 31 on S&P, and we're down 12 on NASDAQ. We've gone negative again. Apple down 76 cents to 171.40 or so. 171.46 now. So we've backed off from this 173.47 number. That's a $2 drop on Apple in the last 45 minutes. As we're running into some resistance now, this market is backing up. We're down 411 on the Dow, 32 on S&P, and NASDAQ is down 17. Fergan, speaking of number 2. Oh, okay. Speaking of number 2. Robert, crazy learning curve. Listening to Uncle Bruce and writing covered calls. Yes. Welcome to the other side, kids. Who does number 2 work for? Who does number 2 work for? Yeah. How do you get to the classes? Head to my webpage, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. It's right down below in the description. stockmarketswithbruce.ca. You'll find a link. It's there. It says classes or lessons. Click on that. You'll find all 10 of them. You can watch them one at a time, whenever you want, again and again and again. Learn how this works. It's $100 a class, and that first $100 you make on writing a call option, you'll just go, oh, this is something. This is awesome sauce. Yeah, baby. Uncle Bruce, can you please add to your description your formula For a better understanding of the questions of the company, strike, ask, call, put, like Rob once wrote. Add to your description your formula for better understanding. Add to my description. Oh, I see what you're saying. Put something down below that says, here's how you, if you're going to ask me a question about options, do it like this. Is that what you're saying? I'm guessing what's it? Formula. Why did I think they were more than 100 a class? Now I'm more likely to take one. They're 100 each. And you can just take one at a time whenever you want. You don't have to buy them all. Just buy one here, one there. For $100, I mean, geez, you write a contract on GameStop for $8, buy it at $5, you clear $300. That's 3 lessons right there. I mean, it's pretty cheap considering what you're getting out of it. But you got to want to learn, man. You got to want to learn this. 150, 250 on GameStop, by the way. That 150 contract's only worth 250 now in book value. It's falling off. Apple down 71, 171.54. Way to go, Nick. Julie, classes are really great, she says. Rob, they were 150 to take the class, but 100 to buy the video of the class. Exactly. If you were with me live when I did the class, $150 to be in the live session. Otherwise, it's $100 just to watch them on the web page. Yeah, I think it's pretty good value. I don't think it's overpriced. Might be a little cheap. I think I should double my prices. I should charge $200. I should charge $1,000 for an hour of my time. That's what I should do. I should charge you guys $100 to be members of this channel. That's what I should do. Yeah, that's what I should do. Where'd that come from? What happened there? I don't understand it. Apple down 63 cents. We're down 437 on the Dow, down 36 on S&P, and we're down 25 on NASDAQ. We're going red. We're going red right now. Apple backing off, and GameStop 152.66. Those contracts at 150s are only worth 266 now. They die this aft. Interesting, isn't it? Down goes Fraser. Volatile. Cheddar stacks. Rob, I did sell those 14s not long after we were joking about it. Phew, can't believe I made out like that. BW Bruce, your next Redbubble idea, cue your time to hawk your wares. A shirt that says, we're making money with a $100 bill on it, but has your mug on it versus Mr. Ben Franklin. Just say it, like, something like that. Jetter, thanks for showing up and crashing the market again, Austin. Oh, man, the shots. What's that all about? I don't know. Oh, boy. We're down $1 on Apple, 171.25. Down $1 on Apple, moving lower. The Dow's down 475 again. We're down 42 on S&P, and we're down 42 on NASDAQ. Percentage-wise, still light, but we are negative. James Show, hopefully one day we will be rich enough we won't even blink at $100 for a sub. Karim, meet Kevin charges like 10 grand for 1 hour. Yes, you want to talk to Kevin on the phone. It's 10 grand for an hour on the phone. He can hang up on you anytime he wants. Looking forward to lesson number 7, says Robert. Matt, it's now time to see a GameStop cover call for next week. Is it now time? 60s are a $6 premium, 160s. Yeah, well, I'd wait for Monday. I'd wait till Monday to write next Friday's calls. I want to see what happens over the weekend. I want to see how the market opens on Monday morning. I would love GameStop to surge to 168, and then you write 170s for Friday. That's what I'd like to see. And if it backs off to 160, 162, you buy them back. Tuesday, it surges to 177. You write 180s for Friday. Comes back to 168. You buy back to 170s. Surges. That's how you want to watch this. Let's see. Uncle Bruce, what company name you remember from the 78 to 81 growth stock that did well during high inflation? Oh, man. The energy stocks did well. Gold did well, like gold mining stocks. They did well. Even though high rates. I mean, it was amazing. Real estate stocks did well. You know why? Because the outfits that owned real estate didn't have mortgages. They owned the buildings. and they went up with inflation too. So you had companies with heavy assets that were growing in value just from inflation, because to replace the factory, the plant, and the equipment cost more money than before. And so up these went. So that's where money was made in the at that time in the markets. Just thinking about others. What other businesses I'm trying to remember at that time? The car businesses, of course, they faltered, and they were dealing with everything at the same time. High interest rates, automation issues, outsourcing was becoming a new thing. Imports were just killing them. Quality control was crap. I mean, it was bad. 70s, 80s cars made in America, garbage, garbage. So yeah, quality lacking and not good. Yeah, definitely real estate trusts and mutual funds in solid assets like that. But even through all those turmoil years, the IBMs of the world did well. Apple came out in '84. Compaq Computer came out. I mean, they all went public, right? The software business and the computer business exploded, brought costs down for businesses dramatically. Not only were there layoffs on the factory floor, there were people let go in offices because we didn't need the bookkeepers with adding machines anymore. Replaced it with computers that did this a lot efficiently and quicker. Can be programmed to do this kind of stuff. It really changed the world. So the high inflation world, you can still make a good buck in it. You just have to be a wanted business. You have to be performing a service that people need and want to pay for. And if you can show business that by hiring you as a consultant or an employee or whatever, or hiring you as a company, can make them leaner, meaner, and more efficient, name your price. Name your price, because if you're helping a company eliminate 5 employees by hiring you as a company, you are worth 5 employees' salary. So you can get double, triple what you used to get paid. Not bad. You're still making them money. It's quite amazing. Bought SoFi 14s for 24, sold them for 71. Not bad for the day. Only had 4 of them, no. Will, so what do I tell my parents that I do for a living now, Uncle Bruce? Options trader, market guru, holiday questions. You're a portfolio manager. I'm now a portfolio manager. I manage portfolios. I manage one particular portfolio, mine, but I'm a portfolio manager now. That's what you tell them. I'm a self-employed portfolio manager. There you go. How about that? Okay. GameStop 54.29, up a little bit, 54.29. Apple 171.22, down $1.01 on Apple. The market, the Dow down 465, S&P down 39 or 40 points, and NASDAQ down 37 points. Oil down $1.30. That is what's going on right now on this market. Stocks falling again. False says, I'm signing off, family. Going to have some fresh dollars for Monday's opening. Hopefully next week is the Christmas miracle we've been waiting for. Okay. Yeah, just tell them you're unemployed and thinking about cooking meth. Think of cooking meth. Then they'll stop asking. Oh man, that's cruel. That's cruel. No, not nice things to say. Anyway, there you have it, folks. I'm gonna pack it in. I've been on the air here for 3 hours and 22 minutes. I'm not supposed to be here for 3 hours. I should be charging you guys each $1 a minute for every minute I'm on here. Every one of you, all you guys, you owe me $22. Each of you send me $22. I've been on 22 minutes extra. Well, I don't work for nothing, or maybe I do. Anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for seeing me this morning. Thank you for all your support. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you for being members, renewing your memberships, and becoming members. I appreciate it very much. If you're telling your friends about me, thank you. Don't know if it'll work or not, but you never know. I do appreciate growing that footprint. All of you, thank you so much. Thank you for keeping us company, says Red Solo. Uncle Bruce, I don't think you can talk about those for monetization reasons. Have a good break, y'all. Thanks, Uncle B. I'll see you this after at 3 o'clock Eastern. I'll be back for the final hour. See you later. You got it, Zach. Thank you, buddy. I'll be back at 3 o'clock Eastern for the last hour of the day. We're down 468 on the Dow, down 40 on S&P, We're down 39 on NASDAQ going into this time zone, this half May point. XOS, thank you, Julie. Rumble Bruce just loves us so much. He never wants to leave. Verga, now I'll check out the morning rant and see you. Thanks, Uncle Bree. Thank you, buddy. We'll be back at 3. Apple down 128. Go, Nick, go. Go, Nick, go. Make money, Nick. Make money, buddy. Make money. I love it. I want to rock. Dr. Walter, see you later, Bruce. Thanks, you guys. All right, kids, I'll catch you this after at 3 o'clock, and I got to get going. Before I go, let me put up some of these neat emojis. I haven't put any up all week. It's time to get some neat emojis going here. Here we go. Neat, 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 neat. Here we go. The neat emojis are flooding the chat. Here they go. Neat, 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 neat. Just let you know, Bruce, you have 0 dislikes. Isn't that great? You gotta love that. Thanks, Dave, for the neat emoji. Larry, thank you. Ferrigan, thank you. Let's go. Oh, I got a donation from Aria. Thanks, Aria. Thanks on the PayPal donation. Zach and Dr. Walter Bishop, they're putting the knee emojis up. Nelson, same thing. You gotta love that. BW's putting up the Uncle Bruce faces. Coyote, neat, 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 neat. BW, neat, neat, neat. There's no stopping this gang of crazies. Wally's World is here. How you doing? How's Wally's World? Oh, man, I love you. I got it. Let's go. I got it. Thanks, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Thanks. Thank you, Beach Boy. Thank you. I got it. It just came in on PayPal. Thanks, you guys. Here we go. Bathroom time coming. That's right. Look out. Oh, man, I need a nap. So, Kareem, thanks you for those knees. Farragon's got him going. JW's got him going. Everyone's got the knees going. JW, there they are. They're just coming up the knees. Neat, neat, neat. There's no relent. YouTube is wondering what the hell is going on that channel with those logos. What are those people doing over there? What? This is crazy. Thank you all, everybody. Robert. Red Solo, there they are. We got them, Red Solo. There it is. Splair. Right on, you guys. Guys and girls, thank you so much. We'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock, okay? Dr. Walter, let's go, buddy. Way to go, man. This is cool. Too much fun, you guys. Curling rocks. You can't go wrong with curling rocks. Apple down $1.40. Go, Nick. Go, Nick. Make money, Nick. You're making money. Make more money. Show Nick the money. Love it. Beach Boy. Thank you, Beach Boy. BW. Thanks, buddy. Well, I'll let you know how I did. Right on, Nick. Keep it going, man. Make a ton of bucks. Let's have that thing go down. 158 now. Is the dip on Apple. Go for Nick. Go for Nick. Down 478 on the Dow, down 41 on S&P, NASDAQ down 40. Okay. Oh, God. Nick, go buy a case of these ketchups. Zach. Oh, man, you guys are great. All right, guys. See you at 3. That's it. I'm out of here. Bye for now, guys.